Jerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul Dragon Crew, there's no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by Stifel, one of America's fastest growing wealth management and investment banking firms. Rooted in St. Louis, where success meets success. Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number 371, baby.
Yoink. Let's go. Sponsored by Stifel. Let's
Brought to
go.
you by Stifel.
Stifel.
I got to talk to the people real quick if you just want to take a
No.
break
I
here
got to
real
say
quick.
something
No,
real
'cause
quick.
I want to talk to people real quick
Andy,
about something.
look into the camera.
Because I got to say something
Look into
real
the
quick.
camera and apologize
Are
to
you
the people.
interrupting?
And apologize to the people. You were off your game last week. You were unprepared. You didn't bring a mic. You sounded like you had a lisp.
I know.
It was fucking embarrassing. Look in the camera. Apologize to the people.
Okay.
Andy's career. Andy's here. Podcast here. Andy's other job here. Podcast here. Apologize to the people.
Okay, so here's what happened.
What a waste of time.
Here's what happened. First off, I wasn't on my game. Off my game. I was on my game.
No, you weren't.
The entire show completely brought the heat.
Oh, yeah. You're getting bashed.
But just so you know, listen, I didn't realize that it sounded like that. Here's Cam the whole time listening. Doesn't say a word about it.
Dude, I told you.
The whole time. Doesn't say one
You
word the
fucked
whole
up.
time.
No.
So now my AirPods go out at the end.
Yeah,
and then
'cause you didn't have
and
those
then
charged.
It sound perfect, and it sounded
That's right.
great.
Yeah, because I told you
Why
at the
didn't you
beginning.
tell me to take them out?
I did tell you to take them out, and then you didn't take them out correctly. You didn't turn
You're
them
like,
off.
it sounds the same.
No. Because you didn't take them out correctly. You didn't turn them off. You fucked. Look in the camera.
Hey,
Apologize
listen,
to the people.
I've heard from so many of y'all.
Andy,
and
as
a lot
all,
of people
Andy's
took
about
it,
Andy, and that's it.
A lot of people took it with great stride, and I appreciate it. A lot of people found some humor in it. But even my wife, who is a regular listener now, and of course she's a podcaster as well with
Lori Rogan.
all the things.
The kids were fussy today.
No, it's more than that. It's bigger topics than that. So I apologize to all y'all, and when I'm back on the road,
And he was late
I'll
today,
bring my
too.
micro. Wasn't late.
6 minutes late. Just sitting here waiting.
I had an important call I had to take.
Everything else, podcast down here. It is what it is. It's all good.
Hey.
It was funny, actually. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, but it was great to be in New York City where I did the show. I just need to remember to bring the microphone next time, which I
be
will.
prepared. Be prepared next time. It's okay.
Mhm.
It's unprofessional, but no big deal.
I brought my laptop
That worked.
and
That
my
really helped.
and my
That really helped.
AirPods.
That really helped. But yeah. Man,
How you handling the snow? Because
it's
Cam
so-
doesn't handle it very well, just so you know.
Well, I live out yonder, and we got fucked over again in St. Louis because MoDOT, Missouri Department of Transportation, botched this whole thing again. We knew the snow was coming. It came a little early. They weren't prepared, and people got into a total clusterfuck on every single road. There's cars everywhere. People driving 5 miles took them an hour and a half. It was just a complete
Why is that
mess.
MoDOT's fault?
Because they didn't.
Why are you finger pointing? You're pointing the fingers at people.
Because is it your fault?
I know that one of the head people over there.
I don't care.
He's a great person.
Doesn't matter. And then the MoDOT people are blaming the weather people. They botched it again. And the last time we went through this too, it iced here.
Mm-hmm.
The whole city shut down for like a week. Even places in Central Weston,
When
especially
did that
in this
happen?
Last year. Remember I got stuck
don't
in
remember
Minnesota?
that at all.
Okay. Well, we got stuck in Minnesota because we couldn't even fly in.
I remember the tornado that I had
But-
in the spring, the weather in the
But
spring.
anyway, so they botched it again, and it's whenever it snows in St. Louis, it turns into a complete clusterfuck, and they didn't treat the roads in time, and so all these MoDOT, these big fucking plows get on the road when everybody's leaving work because it's starting to snow. So it was just congested.
Okay, let me
and
talk.
It just screwed up
Considering
everybody.
I was the one on the road, let me just talk about it because I was on the road. Actually, coming back from the Enterprise Center yesterday after the morning skate, it took me 2 hours to get to my house, which typically would take 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it took 2 hours. People are not comfortable driving in the snow, and I get it when it's icy and stuff like that. But where do all the cars come from? I mean, all of a sudden there's like 2 more million people that are living in this town
because they
there's-
all left early
Oh,
from
my
work.
God.
That's why.
But on the way back down to the rink, It was easy. The roads were clear. There was no traffic. It took me 20 minutes. On the way home from the rink last night after the game,
How was that?
no
Was it
issue.
easy? Nothing?
Easy.
Okay.
Now, let me just let the people know that Cam, who has taken on a job to do the Jumbotron.
Jumbotron, man.
He is committed to doing every home game this season, and he calls in.
Yeah, it was bad.
And
out
you were
by
getting
me.
chirped yesterday at
I
the
don't
rink.
care.
In fact, one person said, I don't, because everybody else was there.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, except, one person didn't show up yesterday for the Jumbotron responsibility, and Robert Bortuzzo was kind enough to step in and did a hell of a job.
He did a damn good job. He looked good, too.
Well, how do you
Tall,
know?
handsome, because I saw him. Well, Bernie was on.
Oh,
with
during
Scotty Warman did a really good job, too.
Yeah.
So I saw, I'm like, okay. I'm like, so he didn't show up for the first part with Danita. And then after the first intermission, I'm looking and I see the backdrop. I'm like, oh, goddamn, he looks handsome.
Yeah.
Oh, his hair looked great.
So,
I'm like, I know he's spitting game and he's breaking that goddamn period down way better than me. Oh, God.
So
that sucks, man. I don't like missing work.
Well,
I'm never late for anything, but whenever the weather's bad like that, I get jammed up. There's one hill by our house that no one could pass whenever it gets icy. They had fire trucks on the side of the road. It was all blocked off. And at 3:30, I usually leave by 4:30 to go down the rink. At 3:30, I'm trying to make a decision to give Trevor a little bit of time so he can call Robert Bortuzzo to get in there. And I'm like, looking, it's still horrible. I take my truck and I try to cruise up there. It's all blocked off. So I called Trevor. And then right when I called him and I canceled, he called Robert Bortuzzo. And then an hour later, I'm thinking, I could probably make it down there right now, but it was just too late. So listen, I'm not getting jammed up, dude. My wife got jammed up years ago on Highway 44.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you.
What does jammed up mean?
I'm telling you.
Like, what do you mean? Like, well,
dude, I'm explaining.
Oh,
it.
you're
Sit
explaining.
down,
You're explaining
like a child.
jammed up. Okay, go ahead.
So we're going down Antire Hill. She's going down Antire Hill, and I told her to leave work early.
No one knows where that is.
She didn't do it. Well, people in St. Louis do. And she gets caught up, and on the side of the road, and there's tractor trailers going flying down, spinning off, and she was stuck there for hours and hours and hours. I almost had to go save her, and so I'm not dealing with that ever again. I'm not dealing. Andy's ultra annoying today. Holy cow.
Oh my God. Hey, great story. Great story.
Here.
All I know is what happened was if you would have left at noon, you would have had plenty of time to get
no
there.
shit. It's
So
all good.
sometimes you just got to make the
He did do a good job, didn't he? He did do a good job.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
And he looked handsome.
I'm sure he did.
So anyway.
So you owe a lot of people an apology. Just to make sure next time you're just prepared.
I'm irresponsible.
Today's the day to drive the truck, and you don't have the truck out today.
It's not bad today. It's not bad at all.
It's snow on the ground still.
There's ice. There's still ice everywhere. The roads were fucking just cold, and it just got so bad. St. Louis is horrible with the weather. You know what sucks more than anything? Besides people getting jammed up, this kid, Alexandre, what's his first name?
Alexander Texier?
No, Casamaki. So this
kid,
kid,
Alex Santeri,
badass name.
Cascamacchi.
He just gets called up. When you get called up, you get that phone call from either Steiner or Army for the first time. This kid's been grinding the minors for a little bit now, and he's been doing pretty good down there.
Second year, yeah.
And so he gets a call from Steiner, whoever, and it's the most euphoric high you could possibly imagine. You can't replicate that. He's probably calling his family. He's calling his buddies, like, I got called up, and he's guaranteed to play. Like, they needed him to play. They got injuries with the Blues, and he's sitting there waiting. I could only imagine him looking at his watch like, what the hell? He's counting down the time so he could play his first NHL game. All that hard work, your parents, the sacrifice, the time, the training, the money, all went into it. And he's waiting. And he sees this storm and how chaotic it is in St. Louis. And he doesn't get here in time. And he couldn't get from point A, from the airport to the rink in time. And he misses his first game.
Let me tell you what happened.
He might get sent down and not play ever again. You never know.
Nathan Walker's out now for 2 months.
I saw that today.
He's not.
But could you imagine that?
He'll be here. But like, and again, they like him. It's not like they just called him up and he's a guy that's going to play like a game. They expect him to be a full-time NHLer in due time. At some point.
But you just never know.
But no, of course, you're excited to play your first game.
Yeah.
So he flew from Hartford to Washington, D.C.
Washington?
And had like a 7-hour delay in D.C. The problem was when he got to St. Louis, he sat on the plane on the tarmac.
Exactly.
They didn't have enough gate staff. So when you don't have enough gate staff, you know what happens is you land and there may be 10 planes in front of you. It could be 11 or 12 planes in front of you that have to get to the gate. So you're sitting there. And it's not like they could just get a police escort to come up to the plane, get him off the plane because his equipment is underneath the plane. He needed his equipment. So, I mean, it sucks, man. I think the plan was, 100% for him to play. But even if he got there after warm-up, I think they were still going to let him play. I actually talked to Joe Quenneville about it before the game. And just kind of joking around, being like, yeah, because they were going 11-7. And I said, how important is it for like warm up for a kid? He's like, I don't know. He's going to be running on adrenaline. You just open the door and let him go. Have him ride the bike for a little bit before he goes on the ice.
Sometimes it's better not to think about it.
So I think the plan was, even if he missed a little bit of warm up, maybe he would still play because they went 11-7. Obviously, you'd love to have
just sitting on the tarmac waiting for your first NHL game.
Even if you're not, that's got to be a terrible experience.
But especially that, like this, everything you've worked for, and I know other people are jammed up too. Don't get me wrong, and he's going to be fine. But he's just waiting. He's like, get me off this fucking thing so bad. And now it's like time's too late, and he's probably like, God damn it! All his family, his buddies are all going to watch the game, and he didn't make it there in time. Because St. Louis is just jammed up. St. Louis is so horrible with the weather situation when it gets snowy.
Well, he'll have to wait a couple more days. He'll just play in
well, it's weird because Hunter Skinner got called up for his first game. He played a damn good game. He got sent back down. I don't know. Like you just never know. And I just felt bad for Kasamaki.
Different situation because they didn't deal with the injuries on the back end, right? So
yeah, exactly.
So it's a little bit of a different situation there. Mayu went down. Mayu's back up. So that's the reasoning for Skinner. And I don't think anyone expected Skinner to be here, much longer than he was. Now, who knows how it's going to play out with Kasamaki either? But I would imagine he's going to play a game.
I hope so.
Plays well.
I hope so.
He's going to have an opportunity with all these injuries right now.
You just never know, man. It just sucks. But St. Louis it's just brutal here with the weather and how they treat the road. It's just always behind. There's always some sort of excuse why people get jammed up. I told you when you're living in Canada and Albany, man, I see 16-year-old girls with Honda Civics going 100 miles an hour in the snow, not getting in accidents. Here, people don't even know what the fuck to do. The roads aren't treated. Ay. Puts you in a bad mood, man. It just does.
Put some chains on your tires.
Yeah, it's...
You know what else they put on the ground? Because they don't use salt.
Sand.
When you're in the mountain, not sand, but when you're in the mountain town and you're living off the land and whatnot, we'll talk to Jordin Tootoo about that too.
Yeah, no doubt.
He really lived off the land.
Yes,
dude.
he did. Yeah, he did.
I can't wait to talk to him.
I'm curious on how he really, how was your house? Like, what, were you in a town? Were you what do you... Because if you look where that's at, dude, it is so far up there. It's almost by Greenland.
Up north. Greenland?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's weird. Like, it depends on how, if he's out east, like there's islands that they're almost to Greenland, I feel like.
So do you think he was east or west or middle?
Don't know. We're going to ask him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's all one.
Who was it? We had Joey Juneau, and I don't even remember if they had like plumbing and stuff like that.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know. I don't think so. It's so cold up there.
But anyway, so living off the land in the mountains, but when we had the crazy snowstorm, they'd have cinder on the ground because that didn't rust your car. Salt is actually very bad for your car. So when they put the salt down, that'll rust your car. I don't know if it does it as much in the modern day, but it used to back in the day.
Apologize one more time.
Listen,
just look. No. Look
I felt so bad for all y'all. All y'all.
No wonder I'm pissy though. Like I get so pissy. Yeah, I'm waiting, and then Andy comes in and he says something that
I had an important call to take this morning.
It's just always something.
Yeah. So it just, and I was here on time.
Andy's here, podcast here. Andy here, podcast here.
Dude, that is not.
It's
true.
Just the way it is. That's all good. Just one more time.
How could you say
I'm sorry?
Say such a thing.
Say I'm sorry.
Sorry. Is that what it sounded like?
Yeah.
Do you know I wouldn't go back and listen to it?
I know.
People are like, why do you sound like you have a lisp today?
Oh, that's not all they say.
So I was telling Laurie Rogan to just make sure when you're traveling that you take your microphone just when you have all the things.
No shit, man. You didn't think of the podcast.
I did.
You didn't think of all these people that want to listen to us. You just didn't think of them.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't.
That looks like a comfortable shirt you have on
cool?
today. Yeah.
Kate bought it for me.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was hers.
Kate bought. She went to Banana Republic online and got me like $1,000 worth of
Black
clothes.
Friday.
And it was like $3,000 worth of stuff for only like $700. So I just loaded up on stuff, nice sweaters and stuff like that. Yeah,
good for you.
I know. Bargain shopper. I'm a bargain shopper.
I really wanted to get to Black Friday. I wasn't able to get out there. At midnight on Thanksgiving night.
Pushing people out of the way. I have a child. I'm on TV. You would do that.
3 kids.
You would. I got 3 kids.
Give me that television.
Give me that television. Push that old lady out of the way.
Oh
yeah, I don't
God.
do that.
No?
Dude, there's televisions out there, 85-inch for fucking $700.
Okay, so I'm in the market right now.
$700. Look it up.
Yeah, but
get one of those.
Here's the difference. And see, this is what people don't understand because Ty broke the TV by hitting a puck. He shot a puck and hit the TV in the basement,
Happens.
right? So I've been needing a new TV, but it was a really nice TV that I had bought prior to us moving into our new house. And so I didn't want to replace the nice TV with a lesser television. But the TVs, everyone's like, oh, they're just so cheap. But if you really want like a OLED picture, smart television that you're talking about, like you're not getting that for $700. So there may be an 85-inch television for $700, but it's probably a very lesser model in terms of
I don't know what you exactly
what it's
want.
included with.
You know, at Walmart, you
not
get
to try to. Okay, well, I'm looking at like Best Buy. I know some people have sent me some links to Costco. Send me your links. Where's the best deal right now for a television? I also need a laptop.
You know,
Ty needs an iPad and Ivy needs a phone.
Okay.
We got a lot of stuff right now that we have to be buying.
No one cares.
So
yeah, I
it's
mean,
a lot going on right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, so
good.
tell me what kind of TV this is.
Walmart has this. Just go look at it. Go check it out. They're not as expensive as you think.
Can I give a shout out to Long Island? Because I was, part of my travels, I was on Long Island. I loved it there. I think I could live in Long Island.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like going on.
It's expensive as hell.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying,
expensive.
it's just very. It reminds me of like the 1960s.
Oh, the good years.
Oh my God, the good years.
The good years. Can't we go back to the 50s, 60s, and 70s? According to Tim Peel, he tweeted that one time.
Oh shit!
We love you, homie. Check the comments out under that one.
Why were people like?
Well, fuck yeah!
Up on
What do
that?
you mean? The 50s, 60s, and 70s. God, the 70s weren't great in the U.S. Man. No, the economy was bad. You know what I mean? We just got out of the war. Economy was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was going down. The Rust Belt started happening. You know what I mean? Gas price. People thought in the 70s that we were going to freeze to death. And then they pulled the global warming bullshit on us for a long, long time. It scared the shit out of half the world. And now Bill Gates is like, no, we're going to be just fine. You could always tell with the global warming stuff. And listen, we need to be cleaner air. I get all that. You just got to do it the right way so we don't fuck our economy up. But like seas are rising. Like, okay, where? Look at the marketplace. You think banks are going to fucking lend money out to these insurance companies, and banks are going to lend money out to these houses and stuff like that, and lend money by the ocean when they think it's going to rise 12 feet in 5 years or whatever they say it is? No. So
what's
the market always
the
dictates.
Insurance costs in like Florida? And
A
stuff
lot.
Like that?
Yeah, a lot.
Because Arizona could be oceanfront
it's
property before you know it. You just never know.
Well, if there's an asteroid that hits.
Well, they say global warming and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, and you probably believe that, but then what are you doing for the economy? You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Well, what are you driving an electric vehicle? How
No.
dare you?
Is that what?
How dare you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
what's
like,
the air quality today? Do you know? Is it?
I don't know.
You ever
I'm
look
breathing
at,
pretty good.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
You ever look at that?
Yeah. In the springtime.
Like,
and
what's
stuff.
the worst? Like orange? Isn't that bad?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, you better know.
Go to India and stuff. Oh, go to China in some areas where it's smoggy as shit.
Would you want to go travel to China?
Nah.
I'm considering going there eventually.
Did you see?
one of these days.
Did you see those high rises in Hong Kong burn down? Oh yeah, that was fucking.
What happened
nuts.
in Hong Kong?
These high rises, dude. These people got caught in these high rises. They all burned 3 monster high rises.
What
where
language do
squeeze
they
them
speak in Hong Kong?
Same, I believe.
Chinese.
Mandarin. Get on your game.
Dude, I've got so much going
Get on your
on
game.
right now. It's amazing that I'm
And
able
he yelled
to...
at me right when he got here because I said something on the radio show about swinging dicks. He's like, you only say that on the podcast.
I didn't
That's
yell at you.
ours.
That's ours.
That's ours. I helped you create that. You know.
Oh, shit.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
What do you think of Lane Kiffin leaving?
He's a fucking
Miss.
weirdo.
Really? You think?
Oh, God.
I don't blame him at all.
I don't blame him. I didn't say it. No, I don't blame him. Take the money. I don't give a fuck if you. These kids are going to leave you anyway. But Lane Kiffin and these college football coaches, holier than now. You know, they preach
He prayed about it.
They preach. Hey, I got to pray to Jesus to see what I'm doing. No, you're taking the fucking $100 million and you're going to LSU and you're going to have $25 million a year in NIL money. Yeah, it's not about Jesus or the Lord, but they always preach that. And then there's these like messages that are all coming. Everybody's sending messages out how he's fucking creeping out all these girls. He goes to like yoga classes, you know, and like, he's got all these pictures with his shirt off with all these hot women fucking taking pictures. You know, it's just these football coaches. It's weird in college football.
He's different than most.
It's weird in college football. The football coaches make more money. They're more popular. They're like the big dogs, are the coaches, not the players. The coaches are. It's really, really weird. And these guys, man, they think they're holier than thou. Meanwhile, they're fucking creeping out 19-year-olds. They're just most of them are scumbags, dude. They really are. But, I mean, I don't blame them for leaving. Do what you got to do.
You think most of them are creeping out on 19-year-olds?
I say a lot. Well, you see all the – can look up the history of some of these coaches.
Yeah.
Like Hugh Freeze, you know, he's a religious guy. He got caught fucking calling hookers up on a landline on a private jet. Like,
but is that college kids that he's
calling hookers up, and he's
I know.
religion. He preaches religion to all these guys, and then
there was the guy who was at Louisville a long time ago. Too.
Oh, they're all scummy.
Listen, there's been a number of those, but like in the case of the LSU versus Ole Miss situation, like I kind of see both sides that they don't want him to coach the team into the playoffs, but at the same time, it's like he got a better offer, dude. I mean, coaching's a completely different world. Most people, if you get an offer for a new job that's going to pay you $5 million more per year or whatever he's getting, you probably take it.
Ole Miss would have matched that. They just don't have the NIL money. LSU's a big dog. Ole Miss is like Mizzou. LSU is fucking blue blood,
and
dude.
he built that whole program up to what it is today. So he did that. So,
but I hate when these coaches too, like.
So should he be forced to have to stay there forever just because he built up the program?
No. No one's saying that. It's just you dragged them along. You knew what you were doing. It wasn't like you had to talk to Jesus and they're like, hey, go there.
He kept saying, I prayed about it.
I'm praying. Oh, yeah.
No, he doesn't have a southern accent, though. He just says, I'm praying.
Well, they usually do. But, or, you know, Drinkowitz is like, dang gummit.
They're not even.
Dang gummit.
Dag-gammit.
Dang gummit. And boy, they beat the crud.
Cam gets into like an evangelist
That's how they speak. Exactly. It's just, you know, it's just interesting. It truly is. But he did get this one kid, I guess, just kind of a low-level reporter was on a podcast that I don't know if it's big or not, and he said that, you know, hoes aren't going to be housewives and whatever. You know, you hear that from
you can't turn a hoe into a housewife,
and you can't. You know, you can't. And I remember.
He was like, "How dare you call me a?
How dare you call me a hoe?
That's the worst thing you can call somebody." I'm like, "Damn." You know, I went to Parkway North,
and he confronted the kid. He confronted the kid, and the kid. It's like, shut the fuck up.
People used to call each other hoes all the time back in the day, but that I guess that's now all of a sudden. I didn't realize how significant of a dig that is.
Calling somebody a hoe?
I think he took it very personal.
Well, he quoted a line in a rap song, I think, and then. But it's true.
I don't think he was calling him a hoe, though.
And he became a hoe. You know, he became a hoe. So it's just when that's what bothers you. Like you're Lane Kiffin. This kid said that on a podcast that maybe nobody listens to.
Well, I've never understood that about college coaches that go after the college reporter.
They're all on Twitter. Every one of them has a burner account. Everyone. And they look
you don't think NHL GMs have burner accounts?
Sure.
You don't think NHL presidents have burner accounts? Players have burner accounts?
Yeah,
of course they do.
It's goofy. But even like Drinkowitz will. Some guys that we know around here will tweet at Drinkowitz or tweet about the game and say, we got to fire. And then Drinkowitz will read it and comment back on it and just chirp back like, let it go. Let it go. You're making fucking $10 million a year.
I always like I'm not on social media, but I know everything that exists on social media. I hear everything. People just tell me. Yeah. I'm not on social media.
No, you're not. You don't care.
No, but how'd you know about that? Oh, someone told me.
Yeah. So weird.
Yeah, your burner account told you.
No shit. So, last night was pretty.
I understand why some people would want to burner accounts just so they're not being harassed all the time. It's like if it's to protect yourself, but if it's just to
make a point like you're somebody else.
but if you're
to
like
defend your own
but
point.
if you're like messaging, like tweeting or posting on these different social media platforms under a fake name, under a burner account, that's where I'd have the issue.
When you have a burner account and you have another account and somebody's chirping your other account and you go to your burner account to defend your other account as somebody else, you're kind of a loser.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Sure,
Right.
A lot of weird injuries right now in the NHL.
Jesus Christ almighty. Burning the leg, cutting their hand.
Barbecues.
Jesus Christ. What happened, man? You know what I mean? Like these burn victims.
Off-ice incidents.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with those.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Torbchenko, the kid from Florida, and of course, Jack Hughes as well. You got to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was like everybody thinks that Torbchenko put a turkey in a thing. I don't know if that's true or not, but
that's not true.
Yeah, I know. But during Thanksgiving, that's what's gonna. If you don't come out and say exactly what happened, people are gonna think that you tried to boil a turkey,
right,
in grease.
So that's inaccurate.
Yeah, I know, but people think that
because it's Sunday after Thanksgiving. Do Russians celebrate Thanksgiving?
I don't think so, Andy.
No, I don't think so.
Do you know what
either.
Thanksgiving's all about?
Well, I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either.
Now Canadians do.
Yeah, but whenever you live in the U.S., man, you
adjust to the
just
customs.
like you live in Canada, you're going to do Thanksgiving.
But so
there.
I think people. I understand why people. He's frying a turkey.
Yeah, that's how you get burned.
Yeah. But that is not what happened, from what I understand.
Yeah. It's still bad one way or the other.
Oh yeah. Well,
terrible.
It's bad for him, man.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's like you got to go to like when you get treated for burns, dude. It's not like you can just go to like a hospital and get treated. You got to go to like a burn center and shit, dude. It's like serious shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
burning's the
mean?
most hardcore thing going, dude.
You think that's the most painful way to
Die,
Yeah.
burn to death. Ooh, it's one of them. Now they'll at the very beginning part, you're gonna feel it. Then the oxygen sucks all the oxygen out, and you die. You die pretty quick. So you ever see those like those Asian monks that dumped themselves
with gasoline?
and light themselves on fire?
Oh my
You ever
god!
see Rage Against the Machine?
No, but I saw people do that during the election. They
Burn
would
themselves?
Yes.
I saw one guy do that.
Remember?
Yeah.
Was he like anti-Trump?
Probably.
He's like setting himself on fire.
Go ahead.
Oh my god!
Psycho. But yeah, the monks used to do that. There's a famous Rage Against the Machine CD, and on the front of the CD is a monk burning himself. You don't know about Rage Against the Machine?
I do.
Name me a song.
You know, it's
Name
funny.
me a song.
It's funny.
Name me a
You
song.
could play a song.
Name me a song.
Hold on. You could play a song right now, and I would know it.
Mhm.
But I don't always know the names of the songs.
He's a big fan.
No, I didn't say that. But I know
Although they're Rage Against the Machine. You know what that means?
Rage Against like the government.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then they're like for government shutdowns and stuff like that. So they're
Mhm.
kind of like the same.
Rage
thing.
Machines. I mean, they were like big back in like the 90s.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
My dad got me into them, man. I love
Mhm.
them.
It was like I like Cypress Hill, some of those bands and shit like that. Did you like
The
Cypress?
lights are blinking. I'm thinking.
Did you like Cypress Hill?
Oh, yeah, he's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cypress Hill, baby. I don't mind them.
What kind of music do you like the most?
Probably heavy
I
metal.
want to learn more about you.
Ultra annoying. Probably heavy metal.
You still listen to that
Yeah. big
around the
time.
house?
Yeah.
Like Kate has no issue with it.
Nah.
You're just blaring heavy metal.
Now it's Christmas music.
You like Christmas music,
I do, and it puts me in a good mood. It
Ah,
does.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You know, you sober.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
Yeah.
a new tree. Actually, it's a beautiful tree. I want to show it to you.
Okay, cool. This is good. This is good for the podcast right
it's
here.
a-
Show me pictures on your phone. But anyway, last night was a weird game with the Blues. Benner lets in a couple, softies right off the bat. And they scan right to the bench. And Jim Montgomery's like, fucking brutal fucking goal. Looks over at Otter, looks back and goes, get over in there. Don't care. Oh, that looks good.
Thank
That
you.
looks really pretty.
Yeah, that looks
100%.
nice, huh?
He goes, get over in there. And then Holfer goes in. This is right at the beginning of the game. And then Benner comes off the ice and he's fucking yelling at Monty. Monty's yelling back at him. Then he goes in there, sits a period, comes back out. And apparently Monty's like, hey, he said he loved me and I loved him back. And, he said, I'm sorry, and then that's it, and it's over. And that's exactly how it should go. It's exactly how it should go. Benner wasn't on his game. He was pissed that he got pulled.
Yeah.
Maybe he felt like he needed a little bit more leeway because of, who he is and what he's done for the organization. But he was pissed. Monty was pissed. They wanted to win this game. They were on a pretty good heater. You won 2 games in a row, played pretty well.
Yeah.
And you let in 2 softies, and he pulled you. And then you were pissed about it, and it kind of blew up a little bit. But that's how it is, guys. Sometimes you're fucking mad at the coach is mad at you. As long as you settle it.
Yeah.
Settle it right afterwards. Hey, my bad. It's all good. Boom. Wipe clean.
Listen,
go.
I thought it was I like the response that Jim Montgomery gave after the game, where
Me
he
too.
said earlier in the season, like, there's been chances to do that, and he
Exactly.
regretted not doing it,
Exactly.
and he wasn't going to let that happen again.
Yeah.
So sometimes as a coach, you got to make ballsy decisions, and you got to go with your gut.
Exactly.
That's a ballsy decision. To do that to a guy with a resume like Jordan Binnington, who's widely considered a top goaltender in the NHL, most coaches wouldn't have the balls to do it. And I give him credit for saying, hey, listen, man, I'm not waiting. Like, we need this game, first off. That was an important game for the Blues to get back to 500. You look at them kind of climbing into the standings. I mean, the crazy thing is for St. Louis and some of these other teams that haven't had great starts is nobody is pulling away. I mean, like, you're right there.
Still
Colorado,
right there.
obviously, Dallas. I mean, those are, heavyweights, but you're right there, right in the mix.
Right in the mix.
And so you win 2 games in a row, it changes everything. You get points in 11 of 15 games, something like that in the month of November. That changes everything. And so, that was a huge game, and they didn't want to let it slip away early with, subpar goaltending, which has hurt the team earlier in the season,
Totally.
right?
Yep.
So I can't sit here, somebody say, Jordan Binnington had a bad game. Well, he didn't play long enough in the game to have a bad game. We don't know if he would have had a bad game. He could have, all of a sudden rebounded, and maybe that was the last goal he was going to give up the rest of the game. Who knows? We'll never know.
Storm were going to win.
But, Hofer came in and played great.
He played great.
And
It's not an easy thing to do.
I'm sure that they wrestled with that back and forth. Binnington had played great his previous 4 starts.
Yes.
So he got the start, but Hofer had a shutout in the previous game, but he didn't see a ton of work, but he still had a shutout. So I'm sure the coaching staff went back and forth and said, hey, maybe we should throw Hofer back in there. They didn't. Binnington goes in and allows a couple of early goals that, he wouldn't typically allow to go in.
Especially that second one, too.
Yeah.
Falk should have just, shut him right down. It was a 1-on-4, and he let him shoot the puck, and it just went right on his head.
He just missed it. Honestly, that's the only way to look at it. If you're from a goalie perspective, I think is that you just missed it.
He was off his mark.
But it's a perfect shot.
It was a good shot.
But he just missed. He just missed it.
It wasn't even that hard. He just kind of I'm going to throw it on net because
So,
it's a 1-on-4.
You just
basically.
don't typically see that. A lot of people talking about Binnington and trades and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, Edmonton and whatnot.
Okay, so
I don't know.
From what I understand, Binnington has a limited no trade. There's a certain number of teams that are on the list.
Yeah.
First off, if you're ever going to accept a trade to Edmonton, this is not the year to do it.
No doubt.
I mean, you look at that defense. You look at where they're at, and I know you could say, well, they've been to the Stanley Cup final the last 2 years. I would never want to go to a team that's been to the final the last 2 years because the percentages of them getting back a 3rd year in a row is so small. And I know Florida did it, man, but they're the anomaly. So I just wouldn't put my eggs in that basket. But from what I understand, Edmonton's on the list of teams that he wouldn't accept a trade to anyway. So it's he ain't going there. I mean, you know what I mean? He's going to accept a trade to Edmonton. That's what people are coming up with because Edmonton needs a goalie, and you're going to throw Skinner coming back the other way. I mean, listen, anything's possible. I don't know what's being discussed between one GM and the next. If I'm Edmonton, I'm calling St. Louis. I'm trying to figure out a way. Maybe Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl could call Binnington and be like, come on, man, we need you. Come here. And maybe he would change his mind.
That could change your mind.
And they're going to play together in the Olympics and whatnot.
That could change.
So maybe that could change. But from what I understand, I don't think that's a consideration. And if you're Jordan Binnington, you want to go to Edmonton now? I mean, this is when you'd want to go, watching that team defend. And I don't think they're
2-on-1s out the
I don't
wazoo.
think they're that good anyway up
shit.
front, outside of the 2-headed monster.
No shit.
You've got a couple other guys, but not a whole lot of depth. And I don't think Binnington.
They're tired.
I don't think Edmonton is among the teams that he would accept a trade to.
They're tired.
That he submitted at the beginning of the season.
How can you not be tired? You got devastated 2 years in a row. You barely had an off season. I mean, my God Almighty, how can you even have the energy?
Well, Florida's
tough.
doing it.
How are they doing right now?
Well, they got a ton of injuries, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
They're way deeper.
Florida.
They're way deeper.
They are.
They
That's
don't
the
pl-
thing. And so that's what
Like
Edmonton.
McDavid, how much ice time did he get a night?
So is he supposed to just
You know,
not have any help? McDavid and Draisaitl just do it on their own?
I don't know. It's hard to do. Those guys are worn out, and rightfully so. They're worn out, man.
Florida's not doing it, by the way.
Yeah.
They're second to last.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're worn out.
I know. No shit. But they won.
But they
won. Who cares?
But you know what? It's funny. You look at the standings and wow, they're at 25 points.
You know?
And the Islanders are the first team out of a playoff spot in the East, and they've got 29. But Florida's a game over 500. It's like you see them win games, and all of a sudden they're a game over 500. You're like, oh, they're okay. You know, they're keeping their head above water. You know, without Barkov, without Matthew.
Who else got banged up?
But in reality, they've got fewer points than the Buffalo Sabres right now. So
there you go. Did you see the Devils game last night?
Brendan Dillon.
Oh my! So Brendan Dillon, 1,000 games, undrafted. By
was
the
that
way.
his 1,000th game last night?
Yeah,
he's very emotional talking about it.
Or maybe they
the game.
celebrated it that night. It's like what Justin Falk did a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
But whatever, you're celebrating it. Everybody's pumped up. Your whole family's there. It's about you that night. It's such a milestone. And then he fights that monster, Voronkov. Jesus. And people are chirping Voronkov. I'm like, what did he do wrong? They were punching each other. Dylan kind of threw a left jab at him. So Voronkov dropped his gloves and threw that fucking
So
upper.
you disagree with Sheldon Keefe?
Yes.
He said he didn't even know. He said,
Well,
first off,
shit.
Brendan Dillon's one of the most
Love him.
stand-up players in the league.
He rocked Bedard the other day.
He said he would never do that to an opposing player.
Sure you would.
Now, he said he got jumped from behind, didn't know he was in a fight. He's off balance, jersey over his head, and then takes the punch to the face.
I looked at it, dude. He threw a left jab at him. You throw a left jab at me, it's on, okay? And this kid's like, okay, and he strung him out. Dylan couldn't get his grip, and he threw an uppercut. Then he threw another one, and Dylan hit his head off the ice, knocked out, boom. Family, everybody's there. Everybody's talking about Brendan Dillon, 1,000 games, blah, blah, blah. He was fucked up. Goes to the fucking, goes to the box, or goes to the bench, goes in the locker room, sits it out, then comes back and plays the rest of the game. But that was brutal. Fights out the ass after that. Everybody's fighting each other. Good for the Devils to step up after that incident. But I didn't think that was Voronkov, like, no, you jab me, we're going. Like, we're going. Stick up for yourself, trying to find your grip. But it was just unfortunate because I like Brendan a lot, man.
Yeah.
Again, an undrafted
and he got
guy.
caught. Normally he
got
was off balance. He just wasn't in position to really protect himself.
You got to find a way. You got to find your way. There's a scrum. You punch a guy, he's going to get you. You got to protect yourself there. And he just couldn't find his grip. He almost got it, but he didn't. And Voronkov's like, nope, I'm getting you. If I'm Voronkov, I would have done the same thing.
I've seen guys one-punch guys before.
Oh,
Tootoo used to do it.
I bet you have.
One time, playing against Kirkwood one time.
Oh, God. The good old days back then. Andy was a terrorizer. Yeah, Tootoo's done that. Tootoo did that to Ryan Reeves. Tootoo would get the jump on you, man. Like, you get those gloves off quick and you'll get that first one in, so you had to really be careful with that. He got Ryan Reeves one time. I was watching all his shit.
He did.
Yeah, he did. Reaver's like, let's go. And he's like, okay, bam! Catches him.
So I don't know if it was after that or not, but Reaver got him in another fight.
Afterwards.
Kind
that
of
was
caught
in
him
the
in
corner.
the back of the head. Is that the worst place to get punched?
It's one of them. No, the worst is right here. You put your face. Okay, if you guys go on YouTube, by the way, if you guys are listening to us on iTunes, go to YouTube, like and subscribe. You can see our face. But if you take your hand, you cup your face over your mouth and your jaw and your nose. That's where you don't want to get hit. Right in your jaw, because when your jaw attaches, that's when you get buckled. But getting hit in the back of the head, that fucked me up more.
With no helmet.
Getting hit in the back of the head fucked me up more than anything. Colton Orr did it to me one time, and I told you I'm driving home from Enterprise Center with a bunch of girls in the back.
And you're throwing up.
I threw up everywhere.
That is the most embarrassing thing ever.
And I'm like, blah! Blah!
I thought you were in your Corvette.
No, it was my expedition. And then girls are like, oh, God! Puked everywhere we get. Good God. Get to my house, and I'm like, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Didn't clean it up. Go, take a shower, come outside. Everybody's at the house, party all night, wake up next day, felt fine, had another game, fought again.
And you left the puke in the car?
The next day, I opened.
It smelled so bad.
It was frozen.
Yeah.
It was made easier to clean.
Probably.
It was frozen everywhere. I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot about this. Yeah. It was
Do you know
brutal.
what happens to me if I see people throw up?
What? You get grossed out? Yeah, so
I
do
throw up.
Yeah, that's usually
So
the
if
case.
you were to throw up right now, I would throw up all over you.
Yeah.
Is that the most disgusting? Would you rather be like, if somebody threw up all over, like a stranger?
Would you get shit on or thrown up on?
Oh, my God. How could you ask me such a question? Okay, if it's a stranger, would you rather? Well,
I get thrown up on.
for sure. If
They
that
get
was the two
shit on.
options. Oh my God. Either way, I'm throwing up.
Like Johnny Depp's ex-girl used to shit on his bed.
Really?
Amber Heard.
Why would she do that?
Because she's a fucking weirdo.
What do you mean? She would just do? Would he be in the bed?
Like something to get back at him. She'd shit on the bed.
Oh,
You didn't see
jeez.
that? Like, remember that all went down with him and
No.
Amber? It was like,
Oh, when he was
it
on
was that-
trial?
yes.
That's what she was doing?
She's like, he mentioned like she'd fucking sit down and squat and shit on my bed.
Mm-hmm.
Normal people don't do that.
No?
I don't think so. A girl pissed on my bed one time.
No, I would say normal people do not do that.
I said they don't.
Yeah.
A girl did piss my bed one time.
But on accident?
I woke up.
Uncontrollable
She was
situation.
gone. Thank God. And I look, I go, oh, Jesus, mother of God.
Dude,
I go, burn the sheets.
did you?
My mattress, I had to turn the mattress
Oh,
over.
my God, dude.
She pissed all over the
That's
place.
awful.
Ugh.
I would say that's
She
on
was gone,
purpose
never saw her
if
again.
she left like that.
No, she pissed the bed.
Really?
Yeah, I used to pee the bed.
Yeah, when you were young.
Yeah, but I was old enough to where I shouldn't have been doing it.
What's the cutoff
I-
age, you think?
God, I wish I asked my dad because I felt bad for my parents. I used to piss the bed and I couldn't stop, man. I couldn't stop. And I was getting older. And I remember being at my buddy's house one time and I knew I was so nervous. And I'm on the recliner sleeping. And he's got a sister that's older than us who was good looking. And her friends were there. And I'm already nervous. I'm probably like 12, 13, maybe. That's old.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember falling asleep on the fucking, beautiful recliner they had that's probably expensive. And I pissed all over that thing.
Mm.
And I woke up in the middle of the night like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I'm like, oh, God, don't. I called my dad. He came all the way out to the house. I snuck out of the house. He picked me up, drove me all the way home.
Dude.
And they woke up to a fucking disaster on their goddamn
Oh,
recliner.
my
It's
God.
horrible.
That's
That was a
awful,
bad-
Dude, why
yeah.
would you do that?
Because I
dude?
couldn't help
Well,
it.
you know what? I guess that happens. I
You
guess
know?
that happens.
I pissed the fucking bed. And it, boom, went away.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, went away. Thank God. Oh, man, that sucked.
I can't believe you didn't show up to work last night.
I can't believe you didn't bring the right equipment for your road trip.
Which
You
is
know, at
worse?
least this doesn't have
Which
anything
is
to
worse?
Did that affect you?
No,
I'm your business partner.
Yeah.
That didn't affect you last night.
The-
You affected me.
the microphone.
You affected me.
I forgot the mic.
Andy's here. Podcast here.
That is not true.
Yes, it is.
I meant to bring you a piece of
I
the
am-
O. Henry.
Boom, boom, all the way down the list. You know.
I still have some extra apple pie. I was going to bring you a piece of the apple pie, too, dude. I made an apple pie this year.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
From scratch, dude.
Oh, I bet.
And I wanted to bring you a piece. And so, would you have tried it today?
No. Can I give another shout out? Clayton Keller, man, we love you.
Dude.
We love you. We love you, dude. The Blues did a really good job. His daddy passed away unexpectedly,
Mm-hmm.
and he played both games, I think, right afterwards.
You know, and anybody who knew his dad, Brian.
Yeah.
And I went back and I watched Clayton Keller played his first ever career game in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, you know, how excited he was, obviously. I mean, BU got knocked out like 2 days before
Yeah.
that. And so then he signed and I was texting with him, hey, are you going to sign? It's crazy because your first game's going to be here in St. Louis. His dad dropped him off at the rink that day. And we talked to his dad during the game that night. And, you know, he was talking about I went back and watched the interview about how, you know, he would bring Clayton, you know, down to the rink and watching games. They had season tickets, holding him on his lap. And Clayton always talked about his grandfather and talked about his dad and whatever. And, you know, it's like parents are so invested in the hockey and the relationship, I think, between, you know, the players and their parents is just so strong, man.
Very much
Because
so.
it takes the parents really to help you get there. If you don't have good parents, it's
tough.
hard. And
Yeah.
some guys do it without that. And I got so much respect for those people.
No doubt.
Because it's so hard to just not have that support behind you. And anyone who knew his dad knew that he would want him to play
Yeah.
1,000%.
Tough, though.
And he plays the night before in Dallas, and obviously Dallas makes him the number one star, even though Utah lost the game. And Utah's struggling. They lose to San Jose last night.
I know.
You know,
They're struggling
I think they're
big time.
under 500 now, and they're back to.
Did Cooley play?
Cooley played.
Okay, so he just had a Charlie horse. which is a fucking tough thing to
But
deal with.
I reported that after the game.
I saw it.
You know,
You did good on that.
because
People were.
I saw him grab his thigh right when he got hit, and it was Toropchenko who suffered the burns, who actually made the hit. But you know what? Real quick, I want to get back to that. But Clayton to come back to St. Louis, play the game there. His mom was actually at the game.
Yeah.
I think his grandma was at the game. He had tons of friends and family, cousins and all that, who were at the game as well. And so for the Blues to do what they did, and Dallas to do what they did, I mean, it just kind of shows you a lot about
Moment of silence.
The hockey community and how much that meant to Clayton. He spoke afterwards. Man, I give him all the credit in the world for having the courage to be able to speak, get his words out. I mean, he is the true leader of that team.
Yeah, he is.
And there's a reason why he's the captain. I think he even showed that even further with his ability to kind of play through what he's playing through. And then he plays again last night in San Jose. So, you know, man, that just can't be easy to get that type of news. I can't imagine what he's going through at 27 years old.
We love you, buddy. And your daddy's always going to be watching you, man. That's how you got to think. Your dad is always going to be watching
and we're
you.
thinking of Jake, too.
Yep.
And his mom, Kelly, man, the entire family.
We love you guys.
So.
We love you guys.
But, you know, getting back to the Cooley hit.
Yeah.
And I talked to so many players about this because it's interesting because, like, you know, your initial reaction all the time is that it's a dirty hit. It's a knee on knee.
Yeah.
And then you go to look at the replay right away, and you see it live, and you're like, I don't think that was that dirty. Replay confirmed it wasn't dirty. I don't even think he should have been tossed out of the game. You know what I mean? But
it wasn't intentional.
It wasn't intentional.
And usually 5-minute majors have intent
but
to it.
But sometimes, and you tell me this, man, when you're the puck carrier, sometimes you just got to eat the hit.
Instead of jumping out of the way.
When you jump out of the way, I think you increase the chance of something like that happening, which is suffering an injury, which could have been catastrophic. I mean, this guy's having a hell of a season. You know, he ended up playing 15 minutes last night in San Jose, probably with a lot of pain. Probably isn't, 100%.
You could suck that up, though.
Yeah, you probably.
You could still suck it up.
Oh, they massage it out and all that.
Besides flying, when you have a hit like that, a deep bruise, and you fly,
they flew that night.
You can get blood clots. Henrik Talander got hit just like that. I remember, and we're flying to San Jose. It's like a 5-hour flight. And his leg blew up this big. He had blood clots. And he rushed to the hospital. It's bad. Yeah. So when you're in that altitude, I don't know what it does.
And I don't know if they flew that night. Maybe they flew the next morning.
Maybe they flew next morning. But that's a tricky situation. Yeah. But you could still suck that up and play. So, but
you know what I'm saying though. I think when you have
sometimes
the puck,
just take it.
Just you got to embrace, take the hit.
You know what it reminds me of? And this is a weird analogy. The Titanic. If the Titanic wouldn't have tried to escape the iceberg and hit side on like that and have it slice all the rivets all the way through, if it would have hit it straight on, it wouldn't have sunk.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that a good analogy?
No, that's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah, it wouldn't have sunk. It would have gone, kabang. Instead it goes, boom, dunzo. See ya, you're gone.
But I sometimes you get caught in the tracks. I think when you try to avoid a hit and you stop and try to jump around the hit.
What if you would have avoided the hit I gave you?
That was unavoidable, dude.
Oh yeah.
Because that was dirty. See, like that's the difference between Toropchenko and you.
I brushed you off.
Dude, your elbow was up high on my head.
I got the video.
That was head.
No. Let's post the video. Let's post the video. Only with sound, because the sound you hear my head hit the glass. It's like a live barn video, so it's not great video. Andy, of course, doesn't wear shoulder pads because he's chaser.
That wouldn't have protected me.
He thinks he's chaser. Because his head goes. I go, yoink, and he goes,
elbow to the head.
Then he tries to fight me, and I go, hit me, do it. We have to post that. And then let the people be the judge. Because we don't have too much time because we got Jordin Tootoo coming up. Bedard's dominating. He's playing damn good.
Are you putting him on Canada?
Fuck yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think I am, dude. He's skating his ass off. He's getting back. He's scoring goals. He's doing a lot, man. He's mean. He's getting pissed. He's getting weird calls against him, too. Meaning, he gets hooked on a breakaway like, gah. And he goes and he turns around at the ref like, what are we doing? And the ref's like, go! That's a penalty. Like, what'd you say to him?
Okay, but I saw that. Twice. Did they call him on an unsportsmanlike?
Yes.
Dude, he's losing his mind on the ref.
He's getting hooked down like, no, everybody bitches at the ref. Everybody does.
Yeah, but
it's like the ref, like, you're so sensitive. What'd he say to you? Did he say go fuck your mother? No.
I bet you he said something crazy.
I don't know. You can't be that sensitive. You're going to give him you should have called the hook and you didn't. He's pissed. That happens every game. I feel like that happened like 2 or 3 times with Bedard. I like him, man. He's working his ass off. No, he's taking his game to another level.
He is 1,000%.
Another level. Absolutely.
It's another example why you just, and listen, us included, we're so quick to judge. I mean, some of these kids come in with so much hype and so much excitement and so much,
so much hype on him.
So much
Holy
hype
cow.
that you expect him to just live up to it right off the bat. Because you kind of see it in other sports.
Well,
I mean, big time NFL players typically come in, like if you're like a hyped up running back or wide receiver, quarterbacks maybe take a little bit of time. But typically you come in and you play great. You know what I mean? NBA, if you're like the first overall pick, dude, you come in and like you play great. You make a shit ton of money. And hockey, for the most part, with some of these kids, in recent years, the McDavids, the Crosbys, they've matched the hype right off the bat, right? And so you expected McDavid or Bedard to do that. And then you have Celebrini come in. He matches the hype last year. And now the rhetoric and the narrative all for everybody is like that Celebrini is so much better than Bedard. And he might be. I mean, they're different players. I mean, but you can say different players all you want, but Celebrini's still putting up a shit ton of points.
They're both putting up points.
So it's not like he's not putting up points and he's just plays this solid two-way game but doesn't have production to go along with it. Celebrini plays a mature, two-way responsible game and still puts up points. I mean, he didn't score last night against Utah, but he still had like a career-high 3 assists or whatever he had in the game.
Oh, he just dominated.
He just puts up points. You know what I mean? So
I will say this, though. You see guys, and I'll give you an example, Gavin McKenna, where he dominated, even as a double underage, dominated juniors, breaking records, breaking everybody's records. Then he goes to Penn State, gets a little bit of money as a 17-year-old. He goes to Penn State, and those guys are 25 years old. Dude. They're 25 years old, and they're damn good. They're playing against fucking men now.
They're not all 25, but there are 20.
You can be 25. You're a grown-ass man. Like you're 21, 22, 23. That's a big gap. It is a big gap. Now you're playing against guys that are matured. Their bodies are fucking strong. All those guys have been working out at the nicest facilities. And now he's getting slowed down a little bit. Now, hopefully he gets out of this groove and finds a way to kind of keep up with everything. But now you're just playing against men now. You're not playing against 19-year-olds that are still going through fucking puberty. Yeah. You're playing against grown-ass men. And now that's why he's slowed down a little bit. But I think he's going to be damn good too.
No, and listen, he is going to be good. But I think a lot of specifically the Canadian media, Canadian hockey people in general, because they haven't followed the college game that close historically over the years. And now they're starting to realize that the college game is so good.
So damn good.
And I know we get excited about guys that score every night in the Quebec League and they do this in the Ontario League and the Western League and whatnot. But it's like, I mean, it's something to be said when you're doing that at junior. Like if you're dominating, you're dominating. You can't hold it against somebody for dominating. But the college game is so much more competitive nowadays.
It is.
And it's so much more harder to be able to do that. That's why when you see a Celebrini come in and dominate the college game, or a Jack Eichel, even back when he was doing it, or when you see, even like the Coolies and the Nyes and the Snuggeroots who were all putting up a ton of points, at Minnesota. Like, it's so impressive when those guys are doing it, man, because it's hard because, to your point, the college game is so much of an older game. I think it's a more physical game.
It's so physical.
There's not nearly as much room around the ice. You're only playing games on the weekends, so you have all week to prepare. Teams will lock you up. They're stronger.
They have beautiful facilities. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Could you imagine playing?
So dominating at the college level for an 18-year-old, to me, is way more impressive than doing it as an 18-year-old in the CHL.
No doubt about it. CHL back then, different story. Nowadays, no way. But I will say this. Imagine being a pretty damn good player at Nodak, at Minnesota, these big Michigan State, all these big schools. Michigan, with all this money, you're flying private, you're doing this, you're doing that. Then you get out of college. Then you don't make the NHL. And you go play in the American League. And you're like, well, okay, cool, American League. I'm right there. You play in some of these places in the American League in front of like 400 people, and you're taking bus rides, eating Subway. The facility sucks. Like you're you're fucking here.
Yeah.
And then you go and play an American League, which you should be here, but you're here. Kind of like Andy's here and the pot. But you know what I mean? Like, what a downgrade that is to play an American League after playing in college.
But you say the American League. I mean, in some cases in the National League, too. I mean, I remember not as much now.
Where would you say that would be?
Calgary.
Nah, dude. Nah.
You think the Calgary facility is better than North Dakota or Michigan State?
No. But it's still good enough. They're
getting you're traveling, where you're staying all the time.
Yeah,
okay,
Andy.
Fine.
We can't.
But let me just say this though.
Not even close.
I remember TJ, and the Blues have since, redone their whole facility.
Everything.
It's a top-notch facility now.
Centene.
Practice facility.
Beautiful.
What they have at the rink downtown.
Beautiful.
But when TJ Oshie signed, he was like, "Yeah, our facility at North Dakota is better than what we."
We're at the fucking mills. People are gonna be pissed about that because I know guys that still. I love all y'all.
The ice zone, baby.
I love all y'all. The mill sucks. Okay, Centene is beautiful, beautiful. Let me get to a couple. I gotta give fucking Kyle Palmieri.
Oh hell yeah!
Are you kidding me?
He got the secondary assist on that play.
It's unbelievable what he did. Rips ACL, MCL, gone. I could see it in his because he kind of collided and his leg got stuck and it just goes. Nyeh. I'm like, oh boy, he falls down. He's trying to get off the ice. And the defenseman had no idea. He just picks his pocket, makes a nice little one leg, nice little sauce pass to whoever it was, and the Islanders scored, and he's out for fucking 8 months. Warrior, tough as shit.
Absolute warrior.
Kyle, a little shout out, baby. Fucking awesome.
They're gonna be good.
That's gonna go down in history, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's gonna go down.
Especially like you represent hardcore New York people who work their ass off too, man.
Most people would be like this.
Oh, they wouldn't be. They wouldn't have gotten. They wouldn't have gotten up.
Wouldn't have gotten up. He got up to get off the fucking ice to
help his team. Play
then he
on
makes
the tape.
To figure that out, to be like, I'm still good. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool, man. A little shout out, Palmieri, dude. Good for you.
And he gets the assist. I hope they gave him the plus too.
He should get he should get the first star too. Just
number one star.
Being tough, man. I love seeing that. Carter Hart's getting his first game tonight.
So last night I did something on Joel Quenneville during the game, whatever.
Yeah.
It was just like, kind of showed a graphic, him, Scotty Bowman.
Yeah, I saw it.
And the hate tweets are coming in.
Ignore. Don't go.
Why didn't you say why he was banned?
Don't fucking acknowledge them.
So with Joel Quenneville now as the leading candidate for the Jack Adams, which I don't think he's ever won the Jack Adams.
He hasn't?
I don't think so.
Not even in Chicago?
No. Because they always expected them to be good. So it's like, I don't know if Phil Jackson ever won like Coach of the Year. You know what I mean?
With all the
because they just expected him to be, I don't know. So
they didn't win in 96 when he had.
The only time he would have won is in 99, 2000. So maybe he did. If he did, then I'm wrong. But I don't think he ever won in Chicago for sure. So the Blues won the President's Trophy 99, 2000. So maybe he won it that year. I'll look it up real quick. But so what's interesting is everything that went down with Kyle Beach and Joel Quenneville. And Kyle's brother Cody was officiating the game last night.
Yeah,
and Joel Quenneville's first game back to St. Louis.
I saw that.
Cody's cool as shit, though.
Yeah,
man.
I partied with him. When he was with the
He was
Blues.
a Blues draft pick. He was a tough kid.
Took him out to my house
in the WHL.
Yep.
And I got to know him pretty well in training camp.
Great
man.
guy.
It was good to see him last night too.
I took him to Harry's. I took him everywhere.
But that must have been with Carter Hart set to make his debut, and Joel Quenneville
losing their minds,
winning games,
and Cal Foot signs,
and Cal Foot signs in Chicago, right, with the Wolves.
Yep.
Which is the American League team of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Is it now?
Yeah. Well, they kind of bounce around because they're like individually owned.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, because
but that's a nice
Carolina
American
used
League
to be
team
in Charlotte, which I don't think has an American League team anymore. I don't believe so. Or maybe somebody else has Charlotte, but that's where Carolina used to have their American League team. So what's interesting is Carolina, the fans went crazy when was it McLeod who they were going to sign?
Yes,
and he ended up signing in the KHL because of all the pushback from the fan base.
I know. And
now the American League team affiliated with the Carolina Hurricanes are signing. Cal Foot, the son of Adam Foot, who made a comment about people eating pistachios and smoking cigarettes in their basement or something like that. The Russians or something. What do you say about Russians smoking cigarettes and eating pistachios in their basement?
Drinking vodka? Well, that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. Gretzky's taking a heat too.
For golfing with Trump?
golfing with Trump. He's friends with Trump. Get over it. He's friends with Trump. Get over it. You think he agrees with everything Trump? No, he's friends with Trump. He's been friends with Trump before Trump was president. They've been friends.
He just got invited to play golf with him.
That's what you do.
The bigger issue to me is
Gretzky's done nothing but helped out Canada Gretzky is the nicest superstar in all of sports.
Mm-hmm.
He is the nicest, most humble human being superstar in all of sports.
Yeah.
He is.
But I would say this, Cam. I don't think he gives a shit.
He doesn't give a fuck, and he shouldn't.
Because if he did, then he wouldn't have posed for that picture or whatever. Like, he knows it's going to get a reaction. It got a reaction before. But I love the fact that he's willing to say, I don't care. People, like, I love my country.
No shit.
I've done so much for my country. I've got nothing more to prove of my commitment to the country of Canada
and the U.S. He loves both
and my
countries.
loyalty to Canada and my loyalty to the U.S. And he likes to golf, and Trump likes to golf. The bigger issue, the other guy that was in the picture too, he's like a Fox News host, right?
Yeah, Brett Baer. But he's the most. Is
that a conflict?
No, Brett Baer just reports the news, dude. He doesn't give opinions on anything. He's actually fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Baer. He's even keel. He calls out Republicans. He calls out Democrats, and he's a fucking great interviewer.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give opinions on shit like Greg Gutfeld or any of that. Brett Baer is fucking even keel. Absolutely. He could be on CNN. He could be on anything.
Okay.
Brett Baer. Yes.
That's
He's
how
not a hot taker.
I would like to be if I got into political.
Oh, you'd be great.
I interviewed Andy Cohen at the game the other day. Did you? You know who Andy Cohen is?
Yeah.
He's on CNN on New Year's Eve, I believe.
That's cool. He's a nice guy, and he does it a lot. And the women love him. I hung out with that guy,
Brett Wilson.
West Wilson.
Wes Wilson. Yeah. I wasn't sure who he was.
Yeah, he's a cool cat too.
I'm not familiar with him at all, to be honest.
He's got a podcast with Sophie Cunningham, who I love.
Oh, that's him that does that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I do know who that is. I mean, I didn't know the name, and the way that he was identified that night, I think was from a TV show that I wasn't familiar with.
Yeah, I'm not into any of that stuff. Bravo stuff I'm not into. But Kate is.
But I have seen clips of Sophie Cunningham's podcast, and if that's with him, that's cool, man.
Sophie Cunningham's cool as shit.
They do a great job on that.
I wish every WNBA player was as cool as Sophie Cunningham.
And for you to say that with a blanket statement is so disrespectful.
She's actually
to
humble.
Women basketball players everywhere.
She's humble and she gets it. Even Michael Porter Jr. is saying all kinds of shit. And he's like, I'd fucking dominate these girls in 7th grade.
He said he did in 8th grade.
In 8th grade. And Sophie's like, yeah, he would. And every other girl's like, oh, we have our periods. Oh, that's why. Like, what? Sophie's like, no, he would. He's a better athlete. Like, they're better athletes. Mm-hmm. Like, she gets it. She's cool. I like Sophie Cunningham, Missouri girl. She's awesome. Beautiful woman.
Okay.
Beautiful and cool.
Just a CBA update. I believe they hope to be sitting back at the table and hopefully working on our new CBA and working towards a new agreement.
Did you see this?
In the WNBA.
Did you see this monster, Alexander Kremenanov, 7'1", just committed to Penn State?
Yeah, I know.
I saw highlights of him. He moves the puck.
He does.
He
looks like he can play.
He's like dipsy doodling guys, taking 2 strides, getting out of the zone. I'm like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. Crossing, checking guys in front of the net. Great. I'm like, whoa, this could be the next like monster Chara or something.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him. He's going to Penn State.
Yeah.
You never know.
Some highlights.
He's got to get his feet going.
Yeah.
But Chara was goofy at the beginning too. He got traded by 2 teams.
Could you ever see hockey becoming a tall man's sport? I mean, you already have, obviously, the size of these. I mean, you look at the average size.
Sure.
I always see the average size of, like, the defense for the opposing team or whoever the Blues are playing that night. You always look at it. And everyone's D is, like, 6'2", 6'3", average.
Yeah, the D are huge. Yeah, sure. But when you're that tall, you get into basketball.
And you get the forwards, and then the average height is somewhere around 6 foot, sometimes a little taller than that.
When you're that tall, you just kind of get forced into basketball, I feel like, you know? You're that tall at a young age. You get forced into basketball.
I used to love to hoop, man. I used to go down to the inner city courts, man.
Which is my least favorite sport.
Basketball? We used to go down to the inner city courts. They used to have a summer league, Cam, at Vashon High School, which is like a legendary high school in the inner city here in St. Louis. And they had a summer league where all the big dogs would play, and I would go watch the games down there sometimes. And it was unbelievable watching how good these kids were.
No, they're good.
Just dunking everywhere. No air conditioning in the gyms.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 100 degree outside,
shit, yeah.
and they don't give a shit.
No.
Pack the house. Plus, you have 1 million people inside the gym watching these games.
It's hot as shit.
And it's hot as shit.
I just not. Basketball is my least
Oh,
favorite
it's
sport.
such a pure game.
It's my least favorite. I rather watch hockey,
Mm-hmm.
college football, NFL, UFC, golf is up there. Baseball, I love playoff baseball. You couldn't pay me to watch an NBA game. You couldn't.
What about college
fucking-
basketball?
Sure. If Gonzaga is playing.
Why Gonzaga?
Because they're usually in the mix and they're a small.
Like, most people
school.
would say like Duke or North Carolina.
I'm explaining.
Okay, go ahead.
If Gonzaga's playing Duke and I want Gonzaga to win in the Final Four or whatever it is in March Madness, sure, I'm into that. I like college. I kind of like college sports. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But the NBA, get the fuck out of here. These fucking dorks in the NBA. The other day, like a Minnesota Timberwolves are shitty or whatever.
With Ant?
This guy's been a season ticket holder for years in his courtside, and he said something like, "Hey, you got to make those threes." And the guy's like, "Get him out of here!" LeBron kicked out a woman the other day. They're a bunch of pussies, and like, I don't give a fuck about that sport. I don't think those guys they're probably all gambling. They're all fucking gambling on themselves and shit like that. They're doing different stuff. I feel like if I went into an NBA locker room and tried to talk to those guys, they'd tell me to go fuck myself.
No, they wouldn't at all.
They'd hang with you. No, they'd hang with
Listen,
Andy.
they're not like
Andy
that.
thinks that he's buddies with these guys. These guys fucking look
They
out of here,
wouldn't-
white boy.
They wouldn't do that, dude.
No.
They're actually cool as shit. man.
They would do to Andy just like LeBron did whenever he won gold to that little kid asking for an autograph. Get out of here!
I
And then
think
he sees those girls. He's like, "Hey, who? He."
I think you have a bad read on someone.
No.
I'm
you're
sure
right.
there's some bad guys
No, I'm
in
wrong.
there.
Yeah, they'd hang with you.
Who's the dude, Pat Beverly? He was on the
They'd
podcast.
hang with you. Yeah.
He like beat up his sister or something like that.
Listen, there's bad dudes everywhere.
According to the police report.
The NBA, fuck off. I ain't into it. And it's weird. I never really met anybody that was in St. Louis until I got into radio. And all these guys that are doing radio hits and stuff like that are trying to get into radio. They
love the NBA
fucking
because a
NBA.
lot of the younger generation.
But then the
loves it.
fans are
We
like,
grew up on the NBA.
the
dude.
fans are like, stop fucking talking NBA and get back to hockey or football or college football or baseball.
Yeah, but I grew up on the NBA. A
No,
lot of
they-
people did.
No, they like you though. You know, you're.
Hey, I used to love.
They make this boy.
Oh my god, that's not how it is.
They make this. Get out of here.
Jesus. All right, we got to get
We
to
gotta
Jordin
go. We gotta
Tootoo.
go. Yep. Let's
Okay.
go.
Chemistry Podcast, as always, brought to you by Stiefel.
Stiefel. Damn right. Let's go.
First Form, firstform.com. Listen, become the listener of the week and use our link. You have to order with our link. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Do it today.
Do it now.
And then what happens is, Cam, when you use our link and then you make your order, send us what you order, and then you'll be in the running for Listener of the Month. And we're going to talk about you, and you're going to send us information about. We're going to profile you.
I'm gonna profile you. Hook you up with stuff.
We may send you some Cam and Strick flip flops that I have.
What's in your basement that I don't know of?
Do you need a pair?
I don't wear flip flops unless I'm in the shower after a hockey game.
But I'll send you a pair of Cam and Strick flip flops.
But that's not very encouraging for them to do that.
What
How
do
about
you
we send them a
mean?
hat or
Well, I
like
can send them a
something?
autographed puck or
From
something.
you?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. You know, and you'll find something in the basement. You'll send it to you.
The
I'm
Oklahoma
supposed to
boys
have.
are coming back to St. Louis, man. I heard that yesterday. So
Hell yeah.
they're coming back for the Maple Leafs game. So looking forward to seeing the Oklahoma boys, baby. Talk some tornadoes. They always put you in check.
Yeah, I bet. Mhm. We
Real,
love you, man.
real weather.
I know who you guys are. What's up?
Real weather people.
Yeah.
So Cam and Strick, use our link. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Do it today. Now, you can get the energy drinks. You can get the meat sticks. You can get the bars. All of the vitamins, Cam, the health and wellness stuff. I mean, the
Took 'em
apparel.
all this morning.
And this is great time to get the apparel, too, because they've got the hoodies and the
They got all
sweats and
kinds of
everything, especially when it gets cold out. I even use the suitcase, man. They've got something for everybody. They've got stuff for kids, stuff for women, collagen, everything, man. It is truly remarkable that they don't leave anything out
No.
at First Form.
They got it all for you. Whatever you need, they got.
So get it and get it today. Sparks Hockey, baby. Check out Sparks Hockey today and do it. Listen, people are sending me messages about like when they're getting their skates sharpened and they take a picture, they say, "This is Seth." I'm like,
Oh,
well,
no.
listen, you know that going in, don't make the mistake.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just get yourself a Sparks machine. You'll never have to go to Seth again. SparksHockey.com. Use our link or use our promo code Cam and Strick. It's going to save you more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We just had Cyber Monday, which the deals continue, apparently.
You can find deals any day.
Any day.
Any day. There's deals out there.
Use our promo code for the Sparks hockey machine,
Yep.
your skate sharpener, and you're going to save more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday anyway. So Cam and Strick's our link. All right, it's our promo code. I keep saying link, but that's our promo code. Use it today. Don't let Seth ruin your weekend, ruin your tournament, ruin your season, ruin your opportunity. You never know who's watching.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Do you?
What?
Never know who's watching.
No, you don't. Oh, Scout-wise?
Yeah.
No shit. Don't fall on your ass because your skates suck.
Blue Note Roofing, baby. 314-920-5713. Call David Novak today. Gutters, siding, roofing,
Fascia.
soffit, fascia.
Saw him at the game the other day. Talked to him for a while.
Always there.
My boy. What's up, David boy?
Win or lose, David Novak's going
he's
to
there.
show up. And
Damn
he's going
right.
to show up at your
After
house.
working all day.
No matter what the weather is, he's going to show up for you, too. So take advantage of it. Get that free estimate and do it today with David Novak. Blue Note Roofing, baby. 314-920-5713. Call David Novak today. 314-920-5713. True Float, baby. TRU Float.
Those heated chairs are fantastic right
Lifesaver.
now.
What a Christmas gift. Get a heated chair with the Cam and Strick logo on it. Put your business logo on it. Put your family logo on it. Whatever you want to put on there, you can do it. The heated chairs are incredible. Get the coolers too, man. I mean, could you imagine waking up on Christmas morning and having a cooler underneath the tree with your logo on it? How cool would that be? Honestly, it's the best personalized gift I can
I just
think
got to
of.
go in your basement and grab mine.
I don't have any extra of those, but I would love to get another one, though.
Mhm.
True Float, baby.
Damn right.
TRU
They're bitching.
Float.
They're
Oh,
bitching.
check out their Instagram account.
Alberta, we love you.
All right, Jordin
Shit kicking.
Tootoo, baby. Speaking of shit kickers.
Let's go.
He joins us now on the Cam and Strick Podcast,
Love you
baby.
guys.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/Cam and Strick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview.
You look good, man. You look the same. You haven't aged, dude. Look good.
I got 3 daughters to keep up to and a bunch of winter sports, so it's good.
Where are you living? Are you out in California or where?
Well, it's California of Canada anyways, Kelowna, British Columbia.
Kelowna, baby. Okay.
Played a Memorial Cup there.
Yeah, this year. Where are you guys, in St. Louis?
We're in St. Louis,
Yeah.
yeah. Reason why I thought I didn't think you were living in Cali, but I knew you were on Pacific time zone, so I was curious where you were at.
Kelowna, baby. Hell yeah. It doesn't even get that cold there.
I'm Canadian through and through here, boys.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
We talked to a bunch of guys though who are there all summer, man. I mean, there's a lot of guys who hang out there in the summer. You guys all see each other? Like, how big is Kelowna?
Yeah, no, it's pretty small. Cam, it's like a junior city, 80,000 during the winter, and in the summer, probably close to 150, 200.
Yeah. Beautiful in a valley.
Yeah, a
On the
lot of
lake.
guys, we all golf and we're all on the water together. It's kind of like Gaza Ranch on a really smaller scale.
Yeah, we don't get invited to that. We're not that cool or wealthy.
Hey, so how far is Kelowna? Like, if you were to go home, like where you grew up, how would you get there?
Well, what are we talking? Plane, highways, or dog sleds?
Hey, all of the
How do you
above.
get
All
there?
of the above.
How would you get there?
Well, it's direct flight from Winnipeg, so 2.5, 3 hour flight on a 737. Or else you jump on a dog sled and take you about 2 months to get up there.
Jesus Christ.
What are you packing on that dog sled for 2 months to get you through? What's in there?
Enough ammo to catch a bunch of caribou, muskox, wolves, like whatever. We eat as we go here, so.
I love
Can
it.
you kill a wolf like that for food? Like, is that allowed in Canada? Are they
Well,
protected?
We don't. We kill wolves for the fur. We don't actually eat the meat and stuff. So we make clothing out of wolves. But caribou, muskox, Any other animal that moves, we're hunting and we're eating it. So
What
Cam,
about
you're not eating a wolf, dude. You can't be eating wolf.
Andy? Doesn't eat anything anyway, but he's a vegan.
No, I'm not.
But the wolf, why wouldn't you eat the wolves? Do they have? Because I know bears have weird things that go on internally that can get you sick. Is that the same with wolves?
Same kind of deal. Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, but in our culture, we hunt wolves for fur to make clothing, mitts, hats. Andy, you'd be fucked up there. You wouldn't survive a week. So
No shit, he wouldn't.
Don't listen to Cam. Don't listen to Cam.
He's the one that said it.
Hey, but Jordin, how long could you survive, like on your own in the wilderness? Like you could, and what would you need to be able to survive for 30 days? 90 days.
I guess it's different for anyone. If you're a survivalist like we are, you make do with what you got in front of you and improvise, right? It's all improvising out there. When we go out on the land, we don't necessarily go out and hunt one animal because we're roamers, right? We're like nomads. We travel, we move around. We're kind of wanderers out on the land, and whatever we come across, it's going down. We use guns to hunt. We're not bull hunters. There's no trees where I come from, so it's kind of hard to sneak up or call them in or whatever. But I mean, couple packs of ammo should do you good for a couple months, anyways.
Have you read the book The Terror?
No, Cam, I barely read my books. I can barely read. So
it was about the Franklin expedition back in the 1800s where they got stuck up there and they had to walk 600 miles and they all died. But I was wondering if that's close to where you grow up. But if you don't know, then it's all good.
Yeah, no, that's why I have guys like you to tell me about the book they read.
But what about the polar bear situation, man? Are they the scariest thing going?
Yeah, those are, a lot of people, polar bears and wolverines, I would say are closest to the deadliest animals up there. Obviously, polar bears are the top of the food chain. They look cute when they're from far away, but you get close as hunters. Once you see a polar bear, whether it's 2 miles away, your heart starts pumping. I mean, it's like when we're going into games, like you get that little jittery, you're a little nervous because polar bears are unpredictable, right? And that's how we played, Cam. We're unpredictable to our opponents and sometimes even to our own teammates. So
no shit.
Hey, they're cute in the Coca-Cola commercial.
I was just gonna say that. I was just
polar bear, and then that's not
they
real
drink
life.
soda.
Hey, but like, what was your experience as a young kid though, Jordin? Like when you left your homeland and like trying to integrate in like a different community, like what was the toughest adjustment to that? Like were you like, get me back to my homeland, these people are completely fucked, or did you feel like, hey, this is a better way of life, I love this way of life too?
Well, you perfect the life that's put in front of you, and like for a lot of us who come from isolated communities, you learn to survive with what you got. And when I left home, it definitely was a culture shock. Like I left to Edmonton, Alberta, and never seen trees or streetlights or high-rise buildings, concrete everywhere, right? Because I grew up in a community where, we didn't really have any structure. You could come and go as you please. No one ever worried about wandering the streets or whatever. So when I left home, I was homesick the first couple months, and I was calling home constantly, like get me back home. And it was my late brother who kind of kept enticing me to stick with it and, trust me, you're going to thank me down the road kind of thing. And, I struggled, right? I was the only Native kid in the school. I didn't know anybody. So going from knowing everyone in your community to a city where life in general was totally off the wall for me, right? I couldn't relate to nobody. I couldn't relate to any of the stories that were shared at school. I was always that shy kid who kind of hid in the back of the class, and because I grew up with not a lot of confidence, right? And for us Indigenous people, if we talk about the history of our people, through residential schools, we were always told to keep your head down. You don't ask questions. You shut up and you put up with it, kind of deal. And that's kind of my mentality throughout my entire teenage years into my young adulthood. Right, I didn't give a shit. I just went out there and paved my own way. Right. And I had to fight for every inch that was given to me. And thank God that I had an older brother, because every younger brother wants to hang out with the big boys. Right. And they pursued me to, whether it was dropping the gloves or being rough, you want to play with the big boys, you got to be a big boy kind of thing. And I wasn't the biggest guy, but I tell people, I started shoveling snow when I was 11, 12 years old in pitch black, minus 40 Celsius. And, I'd be walking to these buildings in pitch black and not knowing what was around the corner. Right. So guys would say, Toots, how do you fight guys that are 6'2", 6'3", 220 pounds? I'm like, well, fuck, when you're not afraid of polar bears around the corner, why the hell should I be scared of someone that's a human? Right.
No shit.
So kind of that was my mentality all throughout my hockey career.
So, okay. If you're growing up in Edmonton, you get up, you go to the coffee shop, you take your car to the gas station, you fill up, then you go to school, then you do this, you do that. Like, what's a day in a life up where you grew up? Do you get up? Is it the same kind of thing? Obviously, there's no probably gas station up there. Like, what's day-to-day life when you were young?
What are the schools like?
Yeah, it's a different life for sure. I would call it more like a stagnant life, more of a mundane life. You know exactly what's going to happen every day. It's kind of like, our kids, they need structure. They need to know what to do every day. And that's kind of the life in adulthood up in the high Arctic, right? You go to work, whether you provide, you're out on the land with your family. And that's the one part where I truly missed the most, was having access to wildlife, to nature, right? Because that's, for us Indigenous people, that's our healing place. That's where we connect with our ancestors. It's a place of hope. It's a place of coming together as a community, and it's something that I really took into my hockey career, because you need your teammates to win games. You're not going to do it on your own. It's kind of like that out on the land and in our communities, right? So very mundane life, not a lot to look forward to be honest. But that being said, when outsiders come and move up north, you can't take the South with you up there. You gotta be able to adapt to that way of life. And you see a lot of people eager to move up there, but they only last, a couple of years because of that stagnant lifestyle. You don't have everything at your beck and call.
I'm going to ask you a real dumb question, but I'm just curious. So I'm hoping
no question is dumb.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay. So, cause we've had Chief on,
Gino Ojic.
Gino Ojic, Joey Juneau, Aaron Asham, all these different guys that we've had on. So the difference between where you grew up versus a First Nation community, what is the difference there?
Well, a lot of our First Nation communities in the South are urbanized, right? You have access to unlimited resources, right? Whereas in our communities, way up in Nunavut, everything is flowing in. Your way of life changes. You're not necessarily living the Southern lifestyle as far as, having access. That's one of the biggest challenges that we face in our remote communities, that, we're kind of not up to snuff with today's society. We're almost, it's like we're a few years behind society in the South. But like I said, in order to survive up there, you have to take on that way of life, whether it's, providing hunting and fishing, the culture and tradition. My mom's Ukrainian. She moved up there, close to 50 years ago. And, she's considered a Inuk elder, right? Because she's perfected that way of life, hanging meat, butchering animals, cutting the fur up for my sister to make clothing and whatnot. So it's a team kind of environment in our communities.
So when you were young, you're living up there, like you and your brother, like, okay, we're going to go out over here. Did you ever I'm sure you have, get jammed up like, okay, there's the fucking polar bear, there's the Wolverine. Like, okay, sit back, get your gun ready. No, get the bullets ready. Okay, get down. Like, how many times have you got jammed up where like, this could be it, where I'm going to have to really fight this monster off?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a number of times where, like you become into that survival, not so much panic, because as soon as you panic out there, shit goes sideways. And, we're jack of all trades, we're mechanics, we're plumbers. Like we're all self-taught. And like when I left home at 12, 13 years old, like I was already wrenching on skidoos and quads, right? We don't have, you're not taking your skidoo into the shop to get fixed. You're doing it at home. So as far as that, out on the land, yeah, there's a few incidences where we've come into a pickle here and there, but that's why when I talk about, I need you to survive out there, right? Because we got to work off each other. It's not a lot of hunters go hunting by themselves because of, shit like that, whether your machine breaks down. A lot of hunters lose their lives because of, just not so much stupidity, just common sense, right? Like when you get into those fight or flight modes, like we all know it, we're erratic and you're not thinking straight. And out there, minus 50 Celsius, frick, man, like you have your hands in the bare cold for 5 minutes. They're frozen black. So, and it's about constantly moving, like, right. You stay stagnant. What happens? You become cold and you start shivering. Out there, we're constantly working, whether it's cutting up an animal, tying a sled, wrenching, working on something, right. Building a camp. So a lot of moving parts.
Sorry, Andy, how do you build a camp when there's no trees available? Do you dig out the snow, bury it in, and how do you build a fire? Like, how the fuck do you survive?
Well, our snow is different up there, right? Our snow is like concrete because we don't have trees. Our snow is not like powder. So our snow is very layered and compact. So it's easy to carve out blocks and make a shelter, right? And so just like a lot of, it's hard to explain, right? Like it was when we were filming my documentary, I told the film crew, I'm like, guys, like you're not going to be able to capture my story unless you live it and breathe it and walk on our lands and touch and feel and see, right? And so survival up there, it's we're like animals, right? The strong survive and the weak wean out. And I wish society was like that in today's generation, because let me tell you, there's a lot of weak-minded people out there.
I know, man. I know.
No doubt about it, dude.
But you were conditioned, man, to be that way. You're fortunate from that standpoint. So when do you start thinking about the NHL? Like, when does that dream begin? And like, I need to know about the hockey where you're growing up. I mean, are you like on a team? Are you practicing? Are you doing like full organized practices as a coach and you got your team? Or like, are you just kind of putting together, hey, who wants to play today? And whoever shows up, you're just putting a puck out there and just playing.
Yeah, buddy. Pond hockey till I was 14 years old. sticks in the middle, all ages, let's go, and like I talked about, the strong survive and the weak we know, right? And you want to play with the big boys. These young kids are mentally strong because they want to keep up, right? And not only that, you're putting on your skates in -20 outside in the snow, and going out and half hour later you're just dripping sweat and -30 Celsius, right? And but yeah, no structure. It's funny, when I played in Chicago, the first time I ever heard a coach yell out Hudson Bay rules was Coach Q. We were up like 5-0 with 10 minutes left in the third, and he's like, "Okay, boys, Hudson Bay rules. You guys coach yourselves. Have at her." And that's kind of gave me a chuckle because that's how I grew up, right? Like, no structure, no systems, just get the puck and try put it in the net.
How was the girl situation up there? And when you finally got out of there and you went to Edmonton, okay. But like when you came out of Edmonton and went to LA for the first time and you're looking around, are you like, what the fuck is this?
I was walking around with a piss boner for fucking the first 5 years.
I bet, man.
No,
They're everywhere. Beautiful women everywhere.
Yeah, like we have a lot of beautiful women up in Nunavut too. It's just we're very heavily clothed, so you can't really see the figures on a lot of people. But yeah, it was definitely an eye opener for me. I'm not afraid to say it. Like during my time of using alcohol, I was definitely a sex addict, and yeah, I had to catch up a lot.
I get that, man. Like, how was
You're
it?
not alone. There's a lot of people dealing with that, man, where it's just like, it's an addiction. Sex can be an addiction too, man.
A terrible one. Were you addicted? Was it just alcohol based? When we talk about sex addiction, because I play with guys that had to have it every day, whether before a game they're banging a girl in a park or whatever the fuck it is, in a car somewhere. Like, were you at that point, or was it just alcohol induced? You're like, okay, I'm horny now.
Yeah, alcohol induced, it induced a lot of silly things in my life, and which fortunately I came to take a hold of and turn my life around. But that being said, looking back, I don't regret anything. Like I'm happy and comfortable in my own skin in today's society. So looking back, yeah, a lot of us men, right? We carry a lot of shame and guilt because of our past actions. And in order for one to move past, you got to kind of relive those moments and let go. And for me, I've been very fortunate that therapy's been an important part of my life on my sobriety journey. It's been 14 years now. So,
yeah.
and I wouldn't have what I have today. 3 beautiful daughters who are healthy, beautiful wife who supports me and everything that I'm doing. So I couldn't ask for a better lifestyle.
Yeah, man.
You're doing good, man. Damn right.
And listen, the documentary is called Tootoo. If you want to check that out, I don't think it's available in the States until like early 2026, from what I understand. But it's available in Canada. We got a shit ton of Canadian listeners,
Yes.
so if you haven't checked that out, be sure to do so.
They will.
Hey, how old were you when you first started carrying a gun, like all the time, like where you're packing heat? And who taught you? Did you know what to do with it? Like when did you really know what you were doing with it?
Probably, I don't know. It's a different way of life up there, right? It's not like we pack guns in town, but it's like when we go out on the land, like I started shooting a gun when I was, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years old, right? And obviously not high powered guns, but I've always worked with guns throughout my life. Obviously safety first, right? And guns are used for one thing where I come from, right? To catch your food. And it's something that's very important to a lot of households, because you never know when you're out on the land with your family and, a family member wanders off to take a shit behind a big rock and Wolverine comes around the corner. Someone's got to be able to grab that gun and finish it off. So But yeah, I would say 6, 7, 8 years old. I'd watch dad pack his own bullets and clean his guns and all that.
So isn't it weird? Like back then you're like worried about Wolverines. Now you're worried about people breaking into your house. You know what I mean? You didn't probably have to worry about that too much up there. Now you're like, fuck, is this guy going to fucking rob me?
Well, yeah, I mean, today's society, it's scary, right? And it's sad to see. A lot of us, we don't even know our neighbors anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you live a certain way of life, and it's almost like if you make eye contact with someone the wrong way, you don't know what you're going to get, right? And it's kind of stick to your own lane. Because I had a incident here in our own home where I had a guy walk in, and all my family was in the living room, and that's when probably the first time I ever clenched my fists after being retired. And but fortunately, the guy was one of our neighbors, and mental illness and all that. So, but yeah, you just never know, right? Even driving in a car. Like 2 weeks ago, I was driving down the street, and this erratic car was coming in and out of my lane, and he's flashing his badge, and I'm like, I'm like, you're not. How the fuck do I know you're a cop, right? You don't have lights on your car, and I had my young 2-year-old daughter in the car with me, and pull over, and this guy comes up, flashes me his gun and his vest, and I was just like, whoa. And then, Kelowna is small. A lot of people know who we are, and he took my license, came back, and was like kissing my ass. Oh, sorry, we all have our bad days, and I'm just like, well, I understand, but like the way people act nowadays, it's scary.
No, you don't know, man. You don't know. Hey, so what happens like in your community? Like, is there like a police department, or like if somebody like steals from another person, is it like, hey, the community handles it on their own? Like, I mean, I wouldn't want to be that guy, dude.
You get like
you're the thief. You're like labeled the thief. Is everyone, the community coming together? Like,
chop their hand off?
They're handling business?
Well, it used to be like that, right, guys? You settle your own debates with that individual. And when I grew up, you had to be rough and tough to survive, and stand your own ground. Nowadays, right, fucking everybody's tough. You use their mouth. And when I look at hockey, for instance, every damn hockey player wants to be a first, second liner. And I tell them, like, how the hell do you think we've carved out, a career in the NHL of 13, 14 years of being a grinder? Like, every team fucking needs that little sandpaper, right? And not only that, we were character guys, right? Like, it's about the dressing room, being a good teammate. And I tell guys, there's thousands of other hockey players that were way more skilled than me, but I chose to do the hard work. And you reap the benefits in the dressing room from the guys. And that's all I cared about, right? I didn't care about the outside noise, right? The fans, the fans loved the way we played and all that. But, I was fighting my own demons myself, right? And for a lot of us men, we tend to hold everything in. And for me, I had hockey to release all that fucking anger and stress.
So when did you, and I've had my problems out the wazoo, dude. So I get you. Okay. We got demons together, man. It's all good. But like, when did you really start boozing hard? When you started making money and you're just like, fuck, this is cool. I'm out and about. The girls are around. Like, when did you really?
Or is it when you're 12, 13 years old?
Or was it when you're 12, 13, stealing from mom and dad or whatever?
Well, the first time I ever got drunk, I was probably 13, 14 years old. And I thought it was the greatest experience of my life, and booze was my drug. Like, I didn't get into the heavy stuff. Booze was my go-to. And probably my 19th year or 19-year-old year in the WHL is when I really started probably noticing, going to a party with a 2-4 rather than a 12 pack, right? And, sitting in the corner and plowing through that case of beer and like guarding it so no one fucking drinks my beer, right? And then obviously at 20 years old, moving to Nashville and living on my own, trying to manage, my day-to-day life, because I was a binge drinker. Like when I got the green light, it was fucking go time. It wasn't like I woke up every day and I needed a drink, right? And hey, don't get me wrong, us hockey players, we go hard or we go home, right? And that was the lifestyle back when we played, right? Obviously, it's a lot more different now, where you got these fucking nerds playing video games in their hotel rooms, fucking bullshit, but whatever. But yeah, 18, 19, and then the first 5 years of my NHL career, I don't remember a lot, right? It was a big blur, and because it was just night after night, right? Like you're going to the next city, happy hour, I'm playing 2 to 7 minutes a game. Like I'm good. And, on to the next city and fucking, yeah. And then eventually just number of calls into the office and, I'm going to change. I'm going to make packs with my teammates and, boys, I got this. I'm going to stay clean for a month and fucking, the next weekend boys are going at her and there I am, so when I sobered up, I remember David Poyle allowing me to stand up in front of my teammates to say anything. And it was at that point where I was like, you know what? I said enough. Actions speak louder than words. I got to fucking prove to the boys here over the next year to show them that I'm willing to change. And that's what I did, because I think the boys were fed up with me constantly making pacts with them and like fucking lying. And eventually it got to the point where a lot of my teammates didn't want to hang out with me. Right. And it was at that point, my 6th year in the NHL where I started fucking going to these dive bars in Nashville where, I'm hanging out with 50, 60, 70-year-old alcoholics who had no clue who I was. And I thought that was the greatest thing.
Yeah. Hide in the dive bars. Nope. I get it.
So who was a coach or like a teammate, like who understood you? Like, cause not many people probably understood. They can't relate to you, man.
Yeah.
Like they're not coming from the same environment, same background. Who's somebody that you felt like really had your back, that knew who you were and understood you? And I'm curious, those who didn't too, man,
Yeah. I, for me, it was Barry Trotz. Trotzy also was raised in a home with a lot of alcoholism. So from that perspective, he understood, and he knew a lot more than I ever did, right? My early years in Nashville, because he did his homework. And, every time Trotsy would call me into his office, it was that young man walking into the office with his guards up already and playing the blame game, the poor me, the victim role, right? Why is it always me? Are you blaming it on the natives? 10 of us guys were out last night. Why am I only getting called into the office? Right. But it was those moments where Trotsy would try and hone me in and just have conversations. Right. And it was probably 3 or 4 years into my sobriety where I started realizing and reminiscing of those moments of Trotsy calling me into his office, because he cared about fucking Jordin Tootoo, the person, and not just the hockey player. Now, on the other hand, I've had coaches who, I'm sure we've all had coaches who just, walked around like their shit don't stink. And, like we're all humans, right? Like I had Babcock in Detroit, and it's the first time I ever would walk by a coach without him even saying good morning to anyone, or not even just having a conversation, because for us, a lot of us hockey players, a little goes a long way. Hey, how's your day going? Hey, good game last night. That's all we need to fucking hear, to feel like we're a part of the team. Because as a fourth liner, right, I always felt like I was on the outs, right? Whereas, you got your 10 core group of guys who they're living their life, fucking, they know they're going to be there every day. Well, fuck, for 14 years, I'd drive to the rink not knowing if I was going to be there or fucking off to the minors or fucking put on waivers, right? So a lot of stress. But I never acted like I was stressed out, right? Because who wants to bring their fucking laundry into the dressing room, right? No guy wants to be around that. So trying to manage that while I was using, and then when I sobered up, when I left the arena, I fucking left the arena, right? When I went to Jersey, Lou called me into his office and he's like, Toots, I got 2 spots, 5 guys trying out, prove it, prove you belong here. And it's all I need to hear, right? No, okay, fuck, I'm used to proving myself, put my head down and go to work, be a good pro. And it was Lou who allowed me to love the game again, because he's like, when you leave the arena here, Toots, fucking go enjoy New York City. Like leave it all here, And I went on to play another 4 years after my stint in Jersey. And Lou Lamoriello is probably next to Barry Trotz, who gave me a second chance at playing again. And not a lot of people like Lou, but he's old school. I'm old school. Cam, we were there together for a little bit. And he runs a tight ship, but fuck, we need that sometimes, eh, boys?
Well, I was one of those 5 guys fighting for that spot, unfortunately. But I think a lot of people do, more than you think, do like Lou. If you play for him, we interview all these guys, man. They love Lou. If you work for him, man, he's going to take care of you one way or the other.
Yeah. And like Cam, our job was, as much as I enjoyed it, it was hard mentally, right? Like,
hell yeah.
Fucking like I became good buddies with like the top guys and all that, but they didn't know I was like struggling mentally, right? Like, talking like, oh yeah, I'm here for the next 10 years. And, here I am fucking showing up, not knowing if I'm going to be there and just fucking grinding. Right. But I chose to do that. And, I tell kids, right? Like you got to carve your own fucking path, everyone wants to be a Cole Caulfield or fucking Connor Bedard. Like, fuck, guys like us, yes, it's fucking hard, but your teammates are the ones that fucking elevate you in the dressing room. That's why I kept doing what I did. Right.
I get you, man.
It wasn't the fucking highlight reel. Yeah. When we scored goals, the fucking boys loved it. Right. Like it was fucking awesome. And it was like, we're scoring the Game 7 OT winner, when the grinders were scoring, producing. And that's for me what it's all about, right? But it's the dressing room. And nowadays you have a lot of kids, right? It's all about the fucking highlight reels. Like, I don't know. It's hard coaching kids nowadays. I'm out there passing pucks around because I'm too black and white, right? I'm going to hurt too many kids' feelings.
Hey, so who was that Wolverine, the polar bear on the ice that you
Andy,
knew was coming around the corner that maybe made you feel uncomfortable, maybe scared you a little bit, Jordan?
There's a guy fucking sitting right beside you. We played fucking St. Louis 10 times a year for the first 5 years of my career. Fucking Gabby boy was just fucking running around. But hey, like that's a part of the game where people don't see, right? Like when you have 2 or 3 guys that are going to go to war with you, fuck, you'll whether you come out on the top or not, that's part of the game, right? I tell guys, you look guys right in the eye and you know whether you got them beat or not. And that's gives you the head start no matter what, right? I went to every battle with the mindset of I'm coming out on top. Whether I did or not, I gave myself a chance right off the hop. And because it's a mental game, right? Like I watch the game now and fucking guys taking liberties like no tomorrow, like because they know nothing's gonna fucking happen, right? Because they're worried that they're going to play in their home city in 5 games. They don't want to get injured. They're playing safe because they want to play in, like, fuck that. Play every game. I played every game like it was game 7, right? Like, and it just snowballs, right? And nowadays, fuck, it's hard to coach these kids. I couldn't imagine, right? Like everyone wants to be the goal scorer, the fucking playmaker, and I don't know. I'm just cut from a different cloth, I guess.
Well, they're on social media now, you know what I mean? All the kids are doing it. So they, even at a young age, they got their own Instagram account, they post things. And so you kind of have to keep up with what's going on, kind of build their name up a little bit. But it's a different world now, man. It totally is. But I think that you should talk to those kids, even though you might scare them a little bit. Some of those kids are going to understand where the fuck you're coming from and be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because in Kelowna here, we have so many academies and I'm not attached to anyone. I tell the coaches, I'm like, you want someone to come in and fucking motherfuck the boys? Like, I have no problem doing that because I have no strings attached. And, you know, it's not that I'm labeling any of the kids or whatever, but it's like, yeah, I do a lot of that around here. And, you know, Andy, speaking of who is a polar bear and the Wolverine, well, you know, Cam was a polar bear and old Mike Danton would be probably the Wolverine. I kidding.
Mike Danton, baby.
Oh, boy. We're all the same size, kind of, you know?
Yeah. And I tell these young kids, I'm like, you know, you guys are all fucking, you think you're tough. Like, you know, every now and then you got to give those balls of yours a tug to see if you even have any, right? Because fuck, man, like back when we played, like, you know, our size players, they were few and far between, right? But it was all up here, right? Like, fucking nobody has the mental capacity or toughness to fucking grind. Fuck, just
God. You fucked guys up, though, Toots.
Poor Carlo.
Oh, my God, I saw that. Carlo Koyakovo. And people are like, that's a dirty hit. Sorry, Carlo, I know he's listening because he listens. That was pretty clean. Did you get booted out of that game? He was coming around in net, head up his fucking ass.
A lot of guys had those hits back in the day,
you
though,
fucking
you know?
stuck, Carlo.
Well, it was the 1, 2, 3 Mississippis that I gave, right? Yeah, you know, like the game was different back then, right?
Yeah.
Like it's way too fast now. I mean, the game evolves, right? People evolve, and at that time in our era, like, yeah, I just it was because of my teammates that I got to play the way that I did. You know, I was between a lot of big heavyweights, you know, throughout my whole career, and very fortunate. And, you know, although I could stand my ground, you know, I just knew I always had people that were going to back it up, right, with their presence. And today's society, I remember like my last couple years in Chicago, it was like, you know, Toots, we're going to need you to be a mentor to this kid. And I'm like, I get it, but fuck, I'm grinding to stay in the fucking lineup here, you know, like I'm battling in practice. So, you know, sorry, but that's not my fucking job. Like I know my job is to be ready every night. And I played fucking hard. I practiced hard. Like guys fucking hated going up against me because it was almost that fuck you mentality, you know, like I'm going to prove through my work that I belong in the lineup. And that's what Lou Lamoriello saw, you know, like Pete DeBoer didn't necessarily want me in the lineup every night, but Lou did. And I remember countless times Lou calling me into the office, Toots, just stick it out. Things are going to work out for you. And I remember my first year there, come Christmas, Lou fired the whole coaching staff, and in came Scott Stevens, Adam Oates, and yeah, fuck, I went from playing 2 minutes to fucking 18 minutes, you know, and it's all opportunities and timing.
How was Pete to you though? Because I remember, just like you said, what you say with Babs, like there's a couple times with Pete where I'd walk by him in a dressing room and he just put his head down. I'm like, oh,
yeah, same with me. I had a couple run-ins with him, you know, like about 10, 15 games into the season. I was sitting on the bench, and, you know, at that point in my career, I didn't give a fuck if I was in or out, right? Like I was just almost just existing and just there. And I remember we were down like fucking 5-1 with like 2 minutes left, and I hadn't touched the ice since the fucking first period. And he taps my fucking shoulder and he's like, Toots, get out there. And I stood up, turned around, looked him right in the eyes, and I said, go fuck yourself. I ain't fucking going out there. And I fucking sat back down. And I remember Patty Eliosh, Zajac, they came over and they're like, way to fucking stand up for yourself. You know, like who the fuck's going to go out there with fucking, you've been sitting on the bench the whole fucking game. Right. Whereas probably early in my career, I would have went, right? But I knew at that point that, yeah, like no one's gonna dictate, you know, my presence out there other than me being ready. And fortunately, things turned around, and yeah, I went from 2 minutes a game to 18 overnight. And I remember we played back-to-back Chicago, Nashville, and we were in Nashville, and Oatsy taps me on the shoulder in the second period, and he's like, just let me know when you need a rest, eh? I'm like, I'm good. I remember after the game, I get on the bus and I passed out like 20 minutes through the air. I was so fucking drained. But yeah, like, you know, kids, you get an opportunity, it's mind over matter. Right. Like because you got to seize those opportunities. Kids these days are, you know, if it doesn't cater to them, no, I quit. I'm going to go somewhere where, you know, coaches like me or whatever. Like there's just no mental toughness.
Can I ask you, and if you don't want to talk, with the Kelly Pickler thing, like where'd you wheel her at? And like, how'd that all go down?
So, a bunch of us lived in these new condos just about 10 minutes outside of town. And I got to know our security guy pretty damn good because a lot of musicians were moving into our condo. And I remember I come home after practice one day and he's like, hey, we got a new singer moving in. I think she would love to go to a game. I'm like, fucking right. Left her tickets. And I didn't know who she was, right? After the game, I would go into the family room, and off in the corner are two blonde hotties. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, it's Kelly Pickler and Taylor Swift. I'm like, oh shit. Like, so anyways, yeah, our doorman at my condo fucking hooked us up. And from that point on, the rest is just details, Cam.
Hey, was it Scotty Upshaw who said you were more popular than Taylor Swift and like Faith Hill and Tim McGraw and Nashville?
Well, I mean, it's funny because Uppy was with me that night when we met back the crew there. But yeah, well, did you play with Uppy in St. Louis, Cam, or you were already gone?
I was already gone,
but yeah. I got to know him here in St. Louis for sure, man.
Yeah, no, me and Uppy are really close friends. He was one of the first guys that I ever met when I left home at 14, and I was just with him in Nashville last week.
Oh hell yeah!
Didn't you take him back to your homeland?
Took him back up there. And,
who else did you take up there? Anybody else?
Scotty Gomez came up.
Oh yeah,
Gomer. Yeah,
Gomer.
Gomer came up, and you know he's like rough and tough Alaskan, eh? And he's like, oh yeah, I can survive out on the Arctic. And we fucking get out there the first night, and he's cuddle up beside my old man. Hey, is there any polar bears around here? I gotta sleep beside you, Barty. But it was so funny because when Gomer came up there, he brought two guys from New York. And they left New York in the morning, landed in my community, and my dad and I had our skidoos and sleds all packed and ready to go out on the land. And they landed, we fed them some caribou meat, dressed them up, and we went out on the land, like 3-hour snowmobile ride in the middle of nowhere. And the two New Yorkers there were just like, couldn't believe it. Like, they're just like, frick, we were just in Times Square fucking 12 hours ago. And now, like, there's not a person in sight. Can hear the wind blowing, and they were just an experience they'll never forget. And I mean, I wish I had more guys come up, but it's tough, right? Like, hunting season usually starts when our season starts and all that. So, but yeah, they thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a different way of life. Like I said, I can talk about all these experiences, and you think you might know, but until you live it and experience it, it's in those moments where you have aha moments of stories that are shared, right? My film crew, like, we have so much footage of us harpooning beluga whales and shooting caribou, but it's just no room in the dock to put all that stuff.
Yeah, damn.
Hey,
I want to see the unedited version.
How different, like, is your home? Like, the people who are living in your homeland now, are they living the exact same way that you did when you grew up?
No, times have evolved. Obviously, I talked to my dad about global warming and fucking climate change and all this bullshit. Doesn't seem to be relevant up there. He doesn't really seem to see drastic differences in the weather. But as far as lifestyle, things are starting to turn as far as, having access to a lot more things. Yes, we do have Amazon up there, but it takes about 2 weeks for each shipment to come up there, because everything's a tiered system with freight, and, obviously food and necessities is number one. And the challenges that we have is, weather, right? Sometimes we don't get a plane for a week. Sometimes we don't get it for 2 days, so, and it's those moments where we as Indigenous people are able to, acclimate to, right? Because there's always moving parts in life, and people down here, when you don't have Wi-Fi access, people are fucking losing their shit. And it's just like, fuck, chill, man. Like, come live up in the Arctic for fucking a week.
Tell my daughter that.
He's talking
iPad,
to you.
Bro,
he's talking to you, sir. He's never off his phone. Hey, so when Al Gore was preaching polar ice caps are fucking melting, we're all gonna die in 4 years. Are you watching that? Like, motherfucker, I'm up here. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fucking politics. Don't even get me started.
No.
There ain't no politics out there, Cav.
Shit.
You want politics out in the bush? It's the strong's gonna come out.
Hey, did you have running water, like, in heat? Like, give me an idea of, like, the house you grew up in.
Yeah, so all our houses are above ground, permafrost, 5 feet under. So all our homes are on stilts. Running, yeah. I mean, we're civilized, right? We have running water, sewer lines. It's basically, a miniature city in an isolated area, right? Like, the only way in and out is to fly, or else by snowmobile or boat. Pretty simple life, right? Like, you see a lot of people who are instinctively happy, right? Because it's a simple way of living, right? People aren't leaving their homes with their fucking Louis Vuittons and Gucci's, it's, who's got their fur parka on, their mitts. Very, very easy go. I remember the first time my wife came up there, she was fucking packing high heels, 6-inch heels. And I'm like, the fuck are you doing? I'm like, it's all fucking gravel roads up there. I'm like, you ain't fucking walking in high, it's just little things like that people don't know.
She thought you were
right?
staying at the Ritz.
It's like, where are we at? Where are we at?
We're staying at the Ritz.
It was so funny. Me, my dad, and her go out fishing, and I pop up this little 4-man canvas tent, and my wife's like, "Well, where are we sleeping?" I'm like, "Fucking right here." I'm like, she's like, "Well, I need the washer." I'm like, "You see that boulder over there? Here's the gun. Take it and go take a fucking shit behind that boulder, and just keep your eyes peeled for wildlife."
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
you'll love
God.
it. Hey, what about when you started making money? Like, did you
Yeah.
feel like obligated to help everyone? Because I want you to, before we let you go, man,
Yeah,
I
you've
know
been
you've done
awesome.
a lot of charity
Yeah.
work and you still help your people back in your homeland. So I want to know about some of the stuff that you've got going on and what you're doing. But did you feel obligated to like give back to the community and provide for your family that was still there?
Yeah, I mean, we all know money is the root of all evil, right? And for us professional athletes, like our salaries public knowledge, right? And for me, um, people looked at me as being the first millionaire in Nunavut, right? And so a lot of people coming out of the woodworks, right? Oh, remember I brought you to practice, this, sharing stories and making me feel guilty for them having to go out of their way to help me, right? And so I always felt obligated to give, and I enabled my immediate family financially, right, through the early years, because I would send home $5,000 and say, don't call me for a week. I'm going to Vegas. I don't want to hear, so, 1,000 here, 500 here, just to keep them off my tail. And when I sobered up, started creating boundaries, and people started getting pretty tense. And at the end of the day, I would ask, my immediate family, like, fuck it, I'm not a fucking ATM machine here, like I understand that I enabled you guys, and, but now I have my family. I got my shit to worry about. And, there was a lot of tense moments, but that being said, I think every athlete should invest in themselves, right? That's probably the best advice I would give young professional athletes is invest in your body, invest in what's going to make you the best version of yourself first and foremost. You're getting paid really good money, and there's going to be a lot of people pulling you in different directions. And although you feel like you're obligated to, it's okay to say no. Right. And that's where you find out who your fucking true friends are pretty damn quick. Right. It's just like sobriety. You find out who your true friends are pretty damn quick. And with money, fuck, it don't matter when you're out on the land. Right.
Yeah.
That shit. That's why every off season, when I was done my season, I went straight home and spent 2 weeks out on the land just to get away from fucking society, my phone, and just live in the moment, right? It's pretty hard for people to live in the moment, to live present, right? Everyone's so worried about their financial means and the future and tomorrow. And it's like, fuck that, man. We only have one life. That's why I came to a point in my life where I don't regret my past. I'm grateful for it. All the good, the bad, the ugly, right? I did a lot of fucking shitty things in my life, but I'm not going to live in those moments anymore. And if people are going to constantly bring up my past, I got to eliminate them out of my life because they're stuck, right? Far too often, we want to pull people down to your level. And, for me, having clarity, being comfortable and content in my own skin, I'm able to process and manage, moments daily, presently, right? Whereas before it was like put it away, stuff it down, forget about it, wake up the next day, fucking grab the phone, see what kind of shit I went through, and it's just layers, right? 14 years of sobriety, I'm still peeling back layers, right? And I'm grateful that I get to still do that, right? And it's a choice, right? I tell guys, especially guys who are struggling, professional athletes, I often talk about mental toughness, mind over matter, right? How bad do you want it?
Yeah. Hey, what was rock bottom for you? When did you decide I'm going to get help? Because I mean, it sounds like after you got the help, like there's no looking back. You've been sober ever since. Like, who really supported you, man? Give me some guys that really were there for you. Your true friends who helped you get through it. Like,
well,
when did you know you had to get help?
Yeah, number of calls to the office right towards the end of my rock bottom, and then I went on a 2-day bender. Mid-December, December 17th, I think it started. And it was a Saturday night. We won. Sunday morning, tailgate party. Titans were playing at noon. The party just kept going. And Sunday night, we had a team mandatory Garth Brooks concert at the Bridgestone Arena. And I don't remember a thing. And woke up Monday afternoon and had a fucking phone list about this big on my missed calls. And I was driving down to the Bridgestone Arena, just hung over. And I was at a red light. And I was staring at that red light. And it was that moment where I was like, I surrender. I know what this meeting's going to be about. I walked in and I just told Trotsy and Poyle, where am I going? Send me now. Enough's enough. And it's funny. So December 19th, I woke up and then we played the Blues on the 26th. I played that game. We flew home. And the 27th in the morning, I flew out to Malibu and started my journey. Nobody knew. So my last drink was December 19th, I guess. I would say is my sobriety date. And I didn't drink for a whole week before going to rehab. So, but it was crazy when I got into rehab. I didn't know what to expect. I went in there with open arms, and I remember going to the mall in Nashville before leaving, buying a new iPad. I'm going to downloaded all these games, and I remember, God, what's his name there from the PA Substance Abuse? Dan Cronin. Dan Cronin.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking me shopping. Yeah. Get whatever you want. Yeah, you can have. Get to the facility, take my bags, and I was in a room with Jeff Bagwell. You guys remember him?
Baseball player, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I remember Bags come flying in, all pissed drunk, and he's mouthing me off. I didn't know who he was at the time, and I'm like, who the fuck is this idiot? I'm gonna fucking punch him out, like. And he's just going, oh, you have no idea how tough I am. Like, he's just in one, right? And finally he came to the next day, and I'm like, so what the fuck's your story? Who are you? And so then we just became good buddies. And yeah, I don't know where he went after, but I knew that I was in there to do the work. I don't think he was quite ready, but to each to their own. But yeah, it was a time in my life where I knew I needed to accept the help, or else I was going to be the next victim. And I knew in order for my brother's legacy to live on, I had to change my life. I had to stop one cycle and start a new cycle. And I got to give a lot of credit to my one teammate, Brian McGrattan, who really took me under his wing early in my sobriety days. They signed him in Nashville to kind of help me grind through. And yeah, he was a big inspiration for me early in my sobriety.
Well, he's still I think he's still with
He
Calgary.
was doing so. I don't think he is.
Is he not doing that anymore? Because I think
yeah.
every team needs to have a guy like that just to come in and help
we talked to Brant Myers about that,
Yep.
man. We've talked to a few
Yes.
people about that. You
Yeah,
know?
so-
Yeah, and I just feel like it's a no-brainer, Cam. Like to have guys who've been through the program where guys can go to before going to the brass, right? Because we as players, like we're just a fucking number, right? Where you don't want to expose your bullshit or whatever because you know you're going to be fucking gone, right?
Yeah.
Shipped to the minors, buried, whatever. And so, yeah, like I don't understand why 4 or 5 teams get together to have one guy for the guys to call, and if say I can't help them get to the next level, then I go to the brass, right? But yeah, I mean, it's a brotherhood in there, man. And far often we don't talk about our feelings in the dressing room, right? Like you don't know what's going on. You hear through the grapevines, this guy's struggling, that guy's going through a tough time. But it's like, yes, our dressing room is a sacred place, and it's man stuff, right? Like we're playing the game that we all love, but deep down inside, we're human, right? We all got fucking issues. I don't give a shit who you are. When you tell me life is good, and like a lot of men were like, yeah, good, today's good, grinding away, and it's like, well, fuck, there's layers there, right? And that's why for what I do today, I'm very grateful that my transition into retirement was pretty smooth, as far as, having work and having purpose, right? A lot of us lose our sense of purpose when we retire, and then we become bored, and then your home life changes, and now fucking wifey and kids are seeing you every day, and there's a lot of stress there and a lot of moving parts. So for me to be able to go out across Canada and share my story and kind of feel like it's another road trip, it's been very healthy for our home, and I'm very grateful that I started branding myself probably 6 years before I retired. I didn't retire and say, well, I'm going to be a public speaker and travel around. Well, no, you got to practice, right? And because I got a lot of guys around Kelowna here, we play Thursday nights, and it's the same, right? You don't know what's going on with them until you hear through the grapevines. Because when we get together Thursday nights, it's all the stories and the good times, right? Yeah. And then you see guys out and about, and things are tough and all this, and at the end of the day, one of my biggest message to men is it's okay to be weak. It's okay to show emotion. We're not fucking Iron Men, right? In the public eye, as tough guys or character players, like fuck, we all fight a fight no one knows about. And once you become comfortable and content in your own skin, you're able to share that journey and use those hardships as learning curves, right? Rather than a crutch to say, well, I experienced this, so I deserve to use, or, we all have different coping mechanisms. For me, AA wasn't enough. I needed the land. I needed nature. I still do. I need a fire. I could sit in my backyard and stare at a fucking fire for 6 hours.
And same thing, man. And
my wife is like, geez, don't you have better things to do? I'm like, fuck, like what? Sit inside and do fuck all,
right.
Yeah. So, but I'm just, that all happens through hard work, right? And life experiences. And people look at me and say, well, you're lucky, you're the chosen one, or whatever and I look at them and I'm like, no, fuck you. Like I earned this,
No shit.
It's
you did earn it, man. Yeah,
right?
You don't have to apologize to anybody, man.
Yeah.
So, but you keep doing what you're doing. You got so much to be proud of, man. You were a great player.
Yeah.
And what you've been able to do now with your personal life, man, is admiring for, inspiring for a lot of people out there too. So
I
Thank you,
remember the
guys.
first game. I remember the first though we skated together the first time, and I watched you skate, and I'm like, God damn it! Like he skates really well.
He's taking
Fucking
your
dog,
job.
I got no
You-
chance.
You learn to skate like that on the Hudson Bay where there's no boards. You just
No
fucking
shit.
you just go.
Yeah, dude.
I know.
But yeah,
Like, I
no,
got work to do.
I'm truly grateful, guys, for having me. Yeah, I'm just I wrench now on old school Broncos, so I got to get back in my garage and work on my 68, and I got
Hell
a
yeah.
67 that's rolling now, and yeah, just with 3 daughters in the house, I need that little mental escape,
Oh yeah.
that emotional
You
roller
got to
coaster
find your
ride.
spot, your chill zone, man.
Hey,
you got to find that.
If you ever want to bring up a couple shit kickers up to the fucking hardcoreville, keep me in mind, baby.
Yeah, buddy,
Andy's
yes.
will be
Hey,
with
I
the
wanna-
women.
no, I
Andy
wanna-
will be with the women and children.
I want to come. As long as you protect me, Jordan.
You'll get eaten.
Because I ran into
You'll get eaten by
I
a
ran
polar
into
bear.
a bear in Lake Tahoe.
No, you didn't.
Well, yeah, bears love white meat. They tend to. They love that white meat. They don't like dark meat as much,
No.
so we're good. You guys, fuck you. Just stay close to my old man. You'll be good.
I will.
Toots, you're the man, dude.
Hey, happy holidays to you and your family, man. All the
We
best
love you,
to you.
dude.
And
You're
all
the
the
man.
all the best with your doc and everything you got going on.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Happy holidays and all the best.
Right on. We'll
right,
keep in
brother.
touch. I'll see you,
See ya,
homie.
man.
Be cool, buddy.
All right,
See you,
guys.
dude.
Yeah.
See you, bud.
That was Jordin Tootoo, baby.
Oh, man. He's the man. He's been through a lot of ups and downs, hardcore upbringing,
Yeah.
living way the hell up there.
But like, what an inspiration, man.
He came onto the scene extremely hot and loud in Nashville, and he took that city over like that. And you know what? That organization needed a guy like him.
Mm-hmm.
He was the most popular guy on the team by a mile.
You think he was more popular than Faith Hill and Tim McGraw?
No.
In
Who
Nashville?
said that?
Scotty Upshaw.
No way. Scotty, I love you. Like, I love you, but not even close. But for
hockey.
an athlete in Nashville, which
He
you don't
was-
have too much going on
he
down
was
there.
loud and
He was loud and he was cool
very
and he had the
popular.
look and he was physical, and those blue collar guys down there at the time. Now it's getting a little more bougie, but at the time in the early 2000s, like, fuck, he was a man.
Yeah.
Crushing guys. He hit harder than fucking
Household
anybody.
name who could play too, though. Like he played in the
Mhm.
World Juniors and stuff like. I mean,
Yeah,
this guy was like
crushing
a
guys.
legit
Great
prospect
skater.
coming through and lived up to the billing.
He
Man, played over
did.
700 games, and he was tough as shit. I mean, you just had to be aware when he was on the ice, dude.
For
You
sure.
just had to know, and you knew. I mean, I would imagine when you're going in to a game and playing against this guy that like
I can't believe I've never fought him.
you didn't.
No, I fought. They had Belak. I fought Belak. They had
Mhm.
Horty. I fought Horty. A couple other guys. I just never. We never fought. But I was. I played with him a little bit in the Devils.
Oh, did
And-
you?
Yeah.
On the same team?
So just a cool cat. Very interesting.
Were you guys on
guy.
the same line or anything?
Nah, I don't know if I played many games with him. I
Like
just
he
think I
was
got-
hurt maybe or something?
No, I think I got sent down that year. I think it was like 2013, 14.
Okay.
I don't remember. But I remember like driving him back and forth from the hotel and stuff like that. And he was stone sober and just a cool guy, man. Picked his brain a little bit, different
Mhm.
stuff. And just a fucking, I remember skating next to him, watching him skate. I'm like, damn,
He's
I
fast
got
as
work
shit,
to do.
huh?
He's just got a good stride.
Really?
Yeah.
And good with the puck too.
Good
like,
with the puck. Tough. Crazy. A little bit of everything, you know what I mean?
He had that crazy, huh?
You got to.
And he was a fucking amazing hitter, man.
God, he crushed guys. Holy shit. You know, I love it.
Like
So,
guys would go flying.
yeah,
And he's like half their
they
size.
do a backflip. He hit that, was it Frolik?
Yeah.
Was it Frolik or Krolnik?
From Florida.
Frolik.
Yeah.
Frolnik. Fucking put him like
Put
seriously,
downtown.
Chinatown. Me and him never fucking fought.
I loved watching Jordin Tootoo play, man.
Yeah, he's tough lefty too. Surprised with that left, boy. Just like you.
Yeah, I'm a lefty.
Just like you. Yeah.
yeah,
You guys skated the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You guys had the same stride.
Have you started your Christmas shopping?
No. Kate does all that, but I gotta get Kate something. I gotta get her something special.
What are you getting me?
What? Why you always worry about you?
I'm just-
Andy's here. Everybody else here. Everybody else. I need to find Kate something special.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Jewelry is always great.
No, it's not. She doesn't like jewelry. Doesn't wear jewelry.
She doesn't?
She wears a ring. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
No other jewelry. No, she doesn't wear bracelets, rings,
Nah, she wears earrings, but she does her own
necklaces.
thing with that. Nah, not really. You know, she's not a big jewelry guy.
Why don't you
Good
surprise
girl.
her with like a vacation or something?
Yeah, that could be something.
Yeah.
Like down at just Table Rock. It's good.
No, like mix it up.
I'll decide what the fuck I need to do with my wife.
I let you guys go to
Andy's going to tell me what to do. He's
Why
going to
don't
go to Ty's hockey tournament.
go to the beach or something.
Yeah, we're going to probably do that with her family. Go down to 38
No,
again.
that's not.
Tell me how to
I'm
live.
talking about
Tell
you
me,
and her.
Tell me how to live.
I'm talking about you and her together,
Yeah, I know. We could do something.
like separate from
like
the
in
family.
February?
Yeah,
During the break and
yeah,
stuff.
that's something like that. Next time you call,
What
in.
if I'm gone? Am I allowed to leave?
No, you're
What
not.
if you're here and I'm gone?
That's not.
What if I didn't bring the right equipment? You
Oh,
would lose
dude.
your
I
mind.
wouldn't be happy about that.
It's unbelievable.
But I would have reminded you, which you didn't do.
I did remind
No,
you,
you
man.
No, you didn't.
It's
You didn't say take your
unacceptable.
mic.
It's unacceptable.
I said I forgot my mic.
Yeah, and then I told you what to do, and you just kind of blew me off like a fucking.
Jeez.
And then it didn't even have your. You just were unorganized because you just weren't thinking about the pod. Lori was coming in town. He's like, I gotta go to a restaurant and take a picture of food that I'm not gonna eat. And you didn't think of the pod. That's unacceptable, and it made me mad.
Ate a great steak.
It made me mad.
Ate a great steak, though.
Oh, I bet. Did you puke it up?
No. God.
Did you plunder it?
What does that mean?
Puke it up and drink more?
Oh, God. Who does that?
Well, heavy obese people will go to Pizza Hut and get the buffet,
Mhm.
and they'll sit there for hours, and they'll eat so much, and they'll go take a dump
Yeah.
and get it. Oh, God, and they'll come back out and eat. Oh, Jesus.
Listen, we didn't get into Vancouver in the intro, but I will say this because, it's come out that they have alerted the rest of the league that everyone's available.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
And Sherwood, Kiefer Sherwood is the guy that, I think
pay
most
him.
teams
I pay him.
are probably coveting
I pay him.
if they're not trying to get Quinn Hughes, by the way.
I pay that Sherwood, baby. Damn right.
Connor Garland's another guy.
Good player.
But Sherwood, and I know it's been out there now, but I will confirm that like Boston and Minnesota, those are the two front runners for Sherwood. I know some people have thrown in Philly,
Yeah, I heard that too.
But listen, it's probably going to take a second round pick and a top prospect to get him.
Probably. So you're getting guaranteed
And then you're going to have to sign
electric
him.
player.
He's the type of player, though, that it's a dangerous signing. It's like you love him if you're getting him on a good number.
If you overpay for him.
Is the value there if you're overpaying for a guy
I don't
like
know.
Kiefer Sherwood? I think that's where, Vancouver's made the decision, hey, we're probably not going to pay him, so we're going to trade him. And I think that's where you just got to be willing to make that decision as a general manager. But those are the type of deals that can get you in trouble. Everyone's saying, well, the cap's going up. Yeah. The cap's going. It doesn't mean you can just make foolish decisions
Of course.
and foolish signings. What's going to be interesting is now with the new rule in the playoffs where teams can't go above the salary cap. So you can't just put a player on long-term injury and then when the playoffs start,
Exactly.
bring them off
Yeah.
and then basically have a $150 million payroll
Yeah.
into the playoffs and be like, we didn't do anything wrong. We didn't cheat. Okay. So they changed that rule. So I don't know if we're going to have to wait now for a lot of these deals and a lot of the teams that are sellers, if we're necessarily going to have to wait for the trade deadline for some of these deals to take place. I think because of that, teams aren't going to necessarily wait until the deadline. And I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some movement a little bit earlier than what maybe we've seen in the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I like that Kiefer Sherwood, though, man.
But I would take Sherwood.
I'd overpay a little bit for him.
I'd maybe go, how high are you going to go?
What's he asking?
I don't know.
5?
Probably somewhere in that range.
5 and 5? Something like that. Sure.
I feel like his game will never change. He does. That's the only way he
He's a
knows
good
how to
skater, but
play.
he's a good
and
skater.
He just naturally plays.
Dude, he's
that
a
way.
penalty killer, and he scores a lot of shorthanded goals. Like, he
Mhm.
could skate,
Yeah,
and he hits, and he's mean,
yeah.
and he's got a little bit of scoring touch to him.
He does.
Like, he'll go down, and he'll make a play, and
Yeah.
he's good.
Okay.
I'd pay him money. He's probably asking way more than that, so I don't even mean to be
Who
like
knows?
5 and 5.
Well,
Like, could
who
be 7 and
knows,
7.
man? I
Could
don't
be
wanna,
8 and 8.
I don't want to throw a number.
I don't
out.
know, but I probably would overpay a little bit for him. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Chemistry Podcast is always brought to you by Stiefel.
Stiefel.
Firstform.com/chemistry. Use our link. Send us what you order, and we'll include you as the Listener of the month.
Listener of the month. Let's go.
Listen, man, we gotta love Soul, man.
Soul, get your soul.
It's a wellness brand that believes feeling good should be fun and easy.
You're feeling good.
They specialize in hemp-derived THC and CBD products. Remember when we had
The gift that keeps on giving.
when we had Chief on and Cam
Cow,
couldn't
Stone
talk
Cold Steve Austin, like
because
this.
he took the out-of-office gummies, which are unbelievable, but they have all different levels.
I was like, ugh.
So you
well, we
get-
waited 25 minutes for his chief to figure it out, and I was already like holy
So
cow.
they got the gentle 1.5 gram
That's
like
it, baby.
microdose,
Microdose that
to
mug.
all the way up to like the 15 gram gummies.
Yeah. Don't do what
You
I
don't
did.
have to do a couple of the 15 grammers. Like,
Yeah. I'm an animal, though.
just get the relaxation. The out of office gummies are amazing. 1.5 milligram. It's all you need for a
Yeah.
microdose.
Just microdose. Get
Okay.
your mind right. That's it. No big
They've
deal.
got the out of office, those THC beverages, Cam.
Yep, had them. Pretty damn
They
good.
just chill you out.
Chill you out,
Their
baby.
flavors are amazing.
No
they got all
alcohol.
different types of
Yep.
flavors. There's no alcohol, so
Nope.
there's no hangover.
No.
There's no sugar.
Yeah, it's pretty healthy. Just get your mind right. That's it.
So
Little alternative.
take advantage. They had the Black Friday, the Cyber Monday deal, and for a limited time now, you can get 40% off. 40% off your entire order. Go to soul.com. It's actually getsoul.com. So getsoul.com. Use the promo code STRICK.
And he's here, everybody.
That's getsoul.com. Promo code STRICK for the best offer and best deal of the year from Soul, baby.
Soul baby, let's go.
Some people are analyzing the Toronto Maple Leafs with Austin Matthews and like blaming Chief for his lack of production, and like it's like, dude, hasn't he been hurt the last 2 years?
Yeah,
And that has nothing to do with
it's
it.
everybody else's fault.
It's like, well, before Chief got here, he scored almost 70, and now he hasn't touched
That's
40
Chief.
or whatever.
It's all Chief's fault. It's all Chief. Get
It's
rid
like-
of them.
Like, I think he's been hurt.
How about we just don't have any coaches? Don't have any coaches
Right.
there. Just let them coach themselves.
It's funny.
They're
I,
that
I was
good.
talking to Noodles, man, when he was in town. I was like, it's just so funny. I hear like the what everybody's saying. It's like Chief's asking him to do this. Yeah.
That's what you do.
He's trying to win a Stanley Cup. He's
No
trying to
shit.
get these guys to
Because he
win.
knows how to win.
What has it gotten them to have all the individual numbers over the years? Where has it taken them?
Nothing. Nowhere. Nada. Get out of
So
here.
sacrifice a little bit of personal stats
No shit.
for more success in the playoffs.
That's it.
And maybe Chief's not the guy. I don't know. But no one else has been either.
Keep going through coaches. See how that goes. Keep going through coaches.
Jesus.
My God.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Use our link and use it today. Sparks Hockey. Don't let Seth ruin your
No,
weekend or
he
your
will.
tournament.
Nope. Can't do it.
Use the promo code Cam and Strick. It's going to save you more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Best deal of the year. Use our promo Cam and Strick for a new Sparks Hockey sharpener. You want your kid to be happy on Christmas? You want the dad to be happy? Listen, if you're a mom listening and you don't know what to get your husband for Christmas, he's the one going to the hockey shop all the
Yeah.
time, taking these
It's
skates.
a pain in the ass.
Dude, get him a Sparks skate sharpener, dude. He'll love it. He'll thank you forever. True Float.
Heated chairs.
Get a
Let's
heated
go.
chair, get a cooler, put your logo on it. True
Let's
Float. Check
go.
out their Instagram account. They're from where?
Alberta.
True Float.
Shit kicking.
Yeti.
Pussy. Pussies.
Blue Note Roofing. Speaking of shit kickers. 314-920-5713. Call David Novak today
David boy,
for
what
Blue
up?
Note Roofing.
Let's
All right,
go.
we appreciate Jordin Tootoo for joining us, man. Great story. What an inspiration, man. Continuing helping a lot of people, too.
Like and subscribe on
his-
YouTube.
In his native land, man.
Love
This
you
guy
guys.
does a lot of things for a lot of people. The holiday season is just upon us.
Let's go. See you guys. Love you guys.
Thanks for listening to the Chemistry Podcast.
Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul Dragon Cougar's no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.